Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. To those who celebrate, Merry Christmas Eve. And I hope you guys are having a great holiday weekend so far. I figured I'd do a quick show before I had to get out and run some errands. We're definitely going to be talking about, this Tory Lanez case. I'm sure everybody already knows what the verdict is. And to those who have not been following, the Shade Room has over 20 million followers. They post the updates. If you're on Twitter, Twitter will tell you what it is as well. So we know that as of today, Tory Lanez has been found guilty on all three charges. Okay. Um, it's crazy, guys. It is because based off of the evidence, based off of the witness testimonies, they were not matching Meg the Stallions. You had the lion ass ex-friend Kelsey, who lied about pretty much everything. So you don't know what to believe at this point. But I actually feel bad for Tory Lanez. I really do. And what's funny is a lot of these hyenas, they've been in my inbox all night last night and all day today asking me to retract everything I said about Meg the Stallion and issue her a public apology. Well, here's your answer. No. Not just no, but motherfucking no. I'm not saying sorry for shit. Did I ever do a video saying she wasn't shot? Did I ever do a video saying that she wasn't harmed that night? No. I said she was lying about how she got hurt. That was the problem because we heard so many different versions of her side that, you start to say, you know what? If it's the truth will never change up. We know for a fact that Meg the Stallion lied about at least 5 different things, right? So at the end of the day, no one is wrong for still believing that Tory Lanez isn't guilty for what he did. I don't think the man is guilty for what happened to her foot. I think the best friend, ex-best friend, is the one who did it. And I'm sticking with that. Why? Because of the facts, because of the witness testimony. And we're going to go over it because I know there's a lot of women out here doing backflips and they just bought a new wig and they got their tongue out and they've been twerking all night. Hey, she won. Well, that's good for you guys. But no one wins here because at the end of the day, we all know what the evidence showed. We all know there was no DNA of Tory's on the gun. We all know what, based off the witness, what they're telling us, that Meg the Stallion left out a lot of important details. So it's really hard for us to say that this woman is the victim and, oh, now she gets to sleep good at night. Guys, I'm not buying that shit. We know that as of today, Tory Lanez has been guilty of 3 different charges. And is it sad? Yeah, it is. Because this man hired this big team and they didn't help him, right? Maybe he should have took the stand. I don't know. But what we know is that this verdict is not making any sense. And we know that he's definitely going to appeal. We also know that he is on a no bail warrant. So he's stuck in there, y'all. And we know that this is a holiday weekend. So he won't be there with his family to celebrate Christmas. He gonna be in there for a little while, right? Sentencing for him is January 27th, and he could face being deported. We all know he's from Canada, right? I think the bad part about all this, you guys, is that a lot of people are on social media celebrating a black man going to jail, right? To me, it's low class, it's dumb, because honestly, we don't even know if he's gonna appeal or not. If he does appeal and he gets the appeal, they're gonna go back to square one and do this all over again. Because let me tell y'all something. Why would her ex-best friend get immunity and plead the motherfucking fifth? She knew what she was gonna say could incriminate her. Why would she be worried about being incriminated unless she was the one who fired the shot? Again, we know that witness testimony said he saw 2 hyenas out in the street fighting. And then there was a flash. Pow, right? Just a flash. He didn't say if it was a gunshot. We know that neither of them had a flashlight and was flashing each other. We know that ain't it because he said that after the short man got out of the car, there were then more flashes. So I'm just going to assume those flashes are the gun going off. I'm going to assume that. Because I know Tory Lanez didn't also get out with a flashlight. We know that has to be the gun. He said the first flash he saw came from the girl. The girl meaning Kelsey. But guess what? The girl is out free right now. The girl is living her life right now. The girl is about to celebrate Christmas with her family. Why the short man is locked up. They gave a black woman immunity and she still But people are so happy that Tory Lanez is locked up when the real shooter is Kelsey. We all know that the real shooter is Kelsey. And we know YouTube is going to fuck with me today because I'm going to be dropping some real shit. I am not going to sit here and say to Meg Thee Stallion that I apologize, because I don't apologize. I said she was a liar, and I proved it. Why would she go on national TV with Gayle? And I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave the party. That's a motherfucking lie. She didn't tell Gayle that she had them go back to that party to get a slipper, right? She was Cinderella all of a sudden. No, she went back to the party to get the short man out of the hot tub with Kylie Jenner. See, I'm sorry that Tory Lanez did not stay in the hot tub with Kylie Jenner. Instead, he left with Meg Thee Stallion when she went back to the party, right? If she didn't bring her ass back to that party out of jealousy to get the short man out of the water, this wouldn't have happened. She didn't tell Gayle that she went back. She also didn't tell Gayle King that she was fighting her ex-best friend because she fucked another one of her niggas, right? She didn't tell her that. Y'all over here painting Megan to be a saint. Megan has a history of domestic violence on her own fucking family. And y'all telling me that while she was drunk, she was just a saint? Hallelujah. That's what she was the whole night? No. We know she was drunk. We know she was jealous. Y'all can call Tory Lanez little, baldy, all you want, but he fucked both of them women. So what does that say for them? It don't matter what their hair look like. It don't matter how short they are. If they got good dick, these bitches are gonna fuck. So y'all can clown him all y'all want, but he already hit it. So really, you're making them look even worse, right? But the truth is, she lied on national TV. No, I'm not having sex with them. We were close. We were just really close. She just kept lying and lying and motherfucking lying. And she wins. She won. She won. With no evidence, no DNA, 4 different witness testimonies. And guess what? Not one of those witnesses they brought on the stand heard Tory say, dance, bitch. Are we not going to address that? Remember? That was the highlight of her little interview. And then he told me to dance, bitch. He never said that. How can 4 people not hear that part of the statement? How can 4 of them not even hear him say it? But she heard him, right? She's drunk, out of control, but she heard him say, dance, bitch. I think she watched Harlem Nights before they went to the party. That's what I think. She lied, guys. She lied about too many things. But you know, black women are going to stand for black women even if there's holes in the story. That's what they do. I don't care if she lied about having sex. Who want to admit they had sex with his ugly ass? She did, dumbasses. She did. She fucked him. Y'all be over here clowning the man. He already hit it. He wins. He hit that shit already. And the best friend. But y'all don't want to talk about how Meg Thee Stallion was spreading her ass cheeks for other men. Ben Simmons, the baby. Her sexual history has nothing to do with it. Yes, it does. Because that's why they were fighting. Imagine being her best friend and you find out that not only did she fuck the baby when you was talking to him, Ben Simmons when you was talking with him, but now she fucked Tory Lanez. That's 3. Now I'm mad. Now I gotta go fisticuffs with this bitch, right? They fought over a man. She was mad that Meg Thee Stallion fucked another one of the men she was talking to, right? While she over there trying to get over from COVID, trying to still live another day, Meg Thee Stallion was out there fucking, but y'all don't want to put nothing on her because she's the victim, right? Did you guys say anything when she was beating up on her own family? Was she a victim then? Because y'all love bringing up how he touched August Alsina, right? That was man to man. But Meg Thee Stallion not only hit her own family member, but we know her ex-boyfriend and her got into a fight, right? So at the end of the day, y'all can sit here and play this. We win and yay. But nobody wins here. Because the real shooter is out right now. The witness clearly said the first flash came from the girl. Tory Lanez is the guy. But y'all don't want to talk about that. That was the most important piece right there. And y'all happy that this man's about to be facing what? Close to 20 years, maybe more, and get deported? Y'all happy about that? It's sad. It's sad how a lot of people will hear something and say, yep, I knew it. He did it. The only thing he was guilty of was having that gun. He shouldn't have had the gun in his possession. And if he did fire that in the air to get them to stop fighting, That's a crime too. He shouldn't have did that either because he shouldn't have had the gun. So if he was charged with having the gun and firing the gun in the air, then I would say, okay, that's fair. That's fair, right? But the assault with the gun and her best friend gets off. Her best friend who lied 30 different times gets off, right? And it's funny how nobody's story matched Meg Thee Stallion story, but y'all don't want to talk about that either, right? The witnesses didn't corroborate her story. Kelsey didn't corroborate her story. So that means Megan's telling the truth. If she lied about fucking him, lied about fighting her best friend, lied about going back to the party, lied about Dan's bitch, y'all mean to tell me everything else is true? That's the way y'all roll? No, not me. Once you lie, everything you say after that is bullshit. Meg Thee Stallion won because she's a woman. That's what happens in California. And then when you have a jury panel of 7 hyenas, 7 women and 5 men, they outnumber the men. It's no different than back in the day when a black man committed a crime on a white woman, they had the jury be like 10 whites and 2 blacks. Do you think he has a fucking chance? No, this was no different. 7 women and 5 men in the state of California. You honestly think that they don't side with women? They do. You had 7 emotional women and 5 men. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. He never had a chance. They didn't even care that Kelsey was lying. They didn't even care that she got immunity and still said, I plead the 5th. Why the fuck would you plead the 5th when you're already free? When you get immunity, you can say what the fuck you want to say. She could have said, I shot Meg Thee Stallion, and she still would have got off. That's what immunity does. And yet she still pled the 5th, y'all, because she knew that if she told y'all the truth, y'all would hold it over her because she's still out. That's what the immunity does for her. And y'all sitting here saying that Tory Lanez is the shooter. No, he tried to break up a fight between 2 hyenas. And one of them is what? 5'11", 5'12", 170? She weighs way more than him. He's 140. 5'2", 140 pounds over someone that's 170? Shit. Tory Lanez didn't have a chance. He didn't. And I honestly hope he does appeal. His dad screaming and hollering like that ain't gonna do nothing. But imagine being a dad and you hear your son is going away. Yeah, it hurts, yeah. But screaming ain't gonna do nothing. Appeal that shit, right? You got to follow the right ramifications. But we all know the truth. A lot of people on Twitter know the truth. And Jamil, if anybody knows who Jamil Hill is, she's that woman that used to work for ESPN. I hope she hears this. I don't like you. You are a hypocritical hyena. You're a fake ass bitch. Jamil Hill. And now I see why ESPN dropped her. She talks too fucking much. Yeah, all you guys owe Meg Thee Stallion an apology. This is why black women are never protected. But she was sitting there riding Cardi B's coattails. How the fuck you gonna sit here and talk about Meg Thee Stallion not being protected? But you were protecting Cardi B, who abused and drugged men and had trannies violate them when they were not in their right mind because they were drugged up. And I think Cardi B deserves her own cooking show. So you will support a woman abuser, but you want us to sit there and ride your train calling Tory Lanez an abuser. Jamil Hill is a fake ass bitch. She's the definition of what these black women do today. They will sit here and pick and choose what they want to scream about. They're more mad at us for saying that Meg lied than her ex-best friend who got immunity and pled the 5th and is out free right now. They don't care that the real shooter's out free because it's a black woman. They care more about the black man. Lock his ass up. Make him remove his hairpiece. But they don't give a fuck about the best friend who lied. Because she's a woman. If it had been 2 black men that night and her ex-best friend was a guy and he was black, you know they would have been picketing right now. Now lock his ass up too. He's next. Tell me I'm wrong. But because it's a black woman, they don't give a fuck as long as they got the black man. And then they wonder why black men are leaving the country with their passport. Oh, you guys need a pass. You have to be able to afford a ticket. It's pitiful. I'm sticking with what I said. I honestly feel that Kelsey is the shooter and Tory Lanez is going down for it because he's a black man. And I'm sticking with that shit. Meg Thee Stallion was extremely jealous that he was about to probably hook up with Kylie that night and decided to go back to the party. Aggressive and mad, 170 pounds of aggression. But we only heard her side, right, on Gail when she cried. And then he told me to dance, bitch. None of that ever happened. The witness said he got out the car and went to where the two hyenas were fighting. And then he saw more flashes. But the initial flash started with the woman. I'm not going to let that leave my head. There's no way Tory Lanez is going to sit on this guilty verdict and not appeal. He has to appeal, and he needs a new legal team. They're bullshit. They're weak. That legal team he has, they didn't try. They didn't. And then let's talk about the bodyguard. The bodyguard goes missing. His news get leaked, and then they find him after the verdict. Come on, you guys. I can't make this shit up. So y'all couldn't find this big ass dude while the trial was going on, but you found him after the verdict. Why? That's her bodyguard. These hyenas he must have kidnapped him. I know Tory probably killed him. He's alive. He's alive and well. Y'all not going to put that together why they found him now? They don't need his testimony now. But if Tory Lanez appeals and they call him as a witness, we're going to hear that shit, right? Right? At the end of the day, he would be dumb to accept this. Let me drop the link in the comments because I want to know what you guys got to say. And like I said what I said. I'm not going to say sorry because I wasn't wrong about what I said. I said she's a liar and I was right. She lied about really important things. If she was on the Gayle King show and she said, yeah, and I decided to go back to the party because I left my slipper there because we were going to spend the night. And she would have been like, well, why would you go back for a dumb shoe? You're Meg Thee Stallion. You could buy 30 slippers, right? $1 million, right? Why would you go back for just the slipper, Megan? Oh, because that was my favorite slipper. It had a gold diamond in it. Come on, you guys. Oh, well, I went back because he was in the hot tub with Kylie and I needed him to get out so he can come back with us. If she would have told the truth, we would have really been like, yeah, that bitch is lying. So again, she won't get any sorry from me. She won't get a sorry from Drake. She won't get a sorry from anybody. No, we're not sorry. She lied. Once you lie about one thing, I don't even care if you're lying about what day it was. Once you lie once, I don't believe anything you say after. Because y'all quick to say that Kelsey's a liar, right? Y'all don't believe nothing she said. If Kelsey was to say it wasn't Tory that shot, y'all would be like, she lying. I know she lying. See? That's why you need to get her for perjury. But Meg Thee Stallion can lie about 5 important things and you guys still call her a victim? Nah. Victims tell the truth. Victims, they stand 10 toes down. 10 toes down on the truth, and the truth does not change. If anybody watches First 48, the minute you lie to them, they don't believe anything else you said. They don't. If anybody knows how interrogations work, that's why they record them. So that when they bring you back in a week later, they expect you to say the same shit you said a week before. But when you start adding, dance, bitch. When you start adding and subtracting the fight, subtracting, going back to the party, subtracting, then you're lying. You're lying. The truth never changes, y'all. You don't got to remember the truth, right? If I told you I went to the store on Monday and bought a pack of gum, and then I said I went to the store and I bought some chips and a soda, and I think I also bought some Tylenol because I had a headache. What happened to the pack of gum? Little things like that. You won't forget. You won't forget. And that's what the cops do. They will ask you on Monday, what happened? And then they ask you a week later what happened. And if it does not match, you're lying. The truth does not change. Her truth changed. We found out through the trial the truth. And you women, you bitter bitches, well, she doesn't have to tell us who she's fucking. Well, then she could have told Gayle, next question, right? She could have easily said, I don't want to talk about that. Next question. Or she could have said, I plead the fifth, right? Instead, no, we were just really close. His mom died. My mom died. We were really close. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with him? Took her 50 days to say it. No. Lied. Then understand, how could I give my body to someone that shot me? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all not buying. Come on. I can't be alone on this. Okay, let's see here. Out of you, and we're gonna talk separate. Hold on. First, I'm gonna go to Joshua. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Daphne. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you talk.
All right, thank you for having me on. First, I'm going to say this. It seems like America wants to push the Black Ratchet woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that Megan she exudes that black ratchet stuff, and it seems like they just pushed that. I don't think a lot of people looked at the case and looked at the facts. Meg lied several times. She lied before the court case, and she lied on the stand. Now people were saying this. Well, why does it matter what who she had sex with? Well, if that's the case, you can't bring up Tory Lane's violent history in the past, because if we're not going to care about who Megan had sex with, then you can't justify the things he did in the past. You can't say the things he did in the past to justify him allegedly shooting her. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, I'm reading a lot of the comments from a lot of black women, and it's not all, but it's majority, and it makes me not even want to deal with the majority of black women. And I'm a black man, because it's showing me that they have no logic, that they're emotional, and that they are more loyal to the cause of being a black woman than they are of what's right and what's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? And
Preach, boy.
it's a complete turn off. It's a complete turn off. If you look at the case, I within the first when it happened, within the first couple months, I said her friend shot her. I said, it just doesn't sound right. I mean, her and her friend were fighting. They had eyewitness testimony that Megan was fighting her friend, and women were still saying, "So what? So what? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter." So
Yep.
it's a complete travesty. I hope he really does appeal.
He will.
Um, I,
He'll appeal. We all know he's going to appeal this, and it might get dragged out a little bit longer. But again, as a black man, he cannot accept this verdict. He knows. And then for them to use the jail call of him saying I'm sorry, he could have been
mm-hmm,
sorry for anything. And then
mm-hmm,
let me tell y'all about it. When Kelsey took that first shot at Meg, or maybe at the ground, because she's a woman, probably can't shoot. Because if a man like Tory, who's used the gun before, shot 5 times, he gonna probably hit at least 4 out of 5 times.
mm-hmm,
For him to hit the side of her foot, that would mean he's a poor shot. And I'm not sitting here saying that gives him the right. No, it don't. So let's just keep it 100. It was his gun, unregistered. I'm
mm-hmm,
positive this man knows how to use a piece. Okay?
mm-hmm.
So to shoot at a woman 5 times and hit the side of her foot, that don't sound like someone that was trying to shoot someone. Y'all got to use your heads on this one. Y'all really got to use your heads on this one. The shit don't make sense. It
And she
don't.
got shot at her feet, and there was no damage. Like, I don't think people realize how many bones and arteries are in your feet.
Man,
You
I
know,
realized. I
it's like, are
realized.
y'all stupid? She was on Instagram twerking like a week later after getting shot
Yeah,
in the foot, and
170 pounds.
a
She
woman
did.
told me
She
that
did it.
that's possible. She said that's possible. I said, okay, got it.
Not if you're really shot in the foot, it ain't. So I had a lot of guys who have been shot in the foot told me they were out for like 8 to 10 weeks, and then they had to slowly get back to walking again, especially if
Mm-hmm.
they were a little bit heavier. We know Meg the Stallion's about 170. So putting all of that pressure going down low to the ground to twerk, that's a lot of pressure going down. And she did that virtual concert, and she was on her feet, popping,
Mm-hmm.
in heels,
In
in heels.
heels.
Powerful. She got powerful feet. Her feet must be made out of vibranium then, because I'm telling you, the shit she was doing, a lot of gunshot victims said she's powerful. She must have the best doctors or something, because I wouldn't have been able to put that kind of pressure that soon. That soon is all I'm saying, guys. That soon. She must heal like what's that one X-Man that heals quick? That's her.
Wolverine.
Yeah, him. She heals quick. Because I'm telling you, the picture she showed us, everybody was like, oh, her foot's almost on the ground. No, it wasn't. It wasn't almost
Mm-hmm.
on the ground. We just saw the little staples. We saw the blood. And she was twerking less than, what, 2 weeks after? So
I don't
again,
even think it was 2 weeks. I think it was like a week.
24 hours. We don't know. She probably twerked leaving at the hospital. Right? We don't know. Okay, hold on. Who's next here? I'm going to go down the line. So Joshua,
Thank you,
hold on.
Daphne, for
I'll
letting me
come back
speak.
to you, hon, if you want to talk again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Twan, you're on, sir. Twan, can you hear us? Twan? Okay, so Twan, skipping Twan, Black Rage, you're on.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead.
How you doing? How is everyone doing? Happy holidays and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, me being in the army and stuff, I've ran on, and I've had plenty of injuries between me running and stuff like miles and miles and rucksacks. I'm like, if you got shot in the foot, there's no way you about to be doing all that stuff. I twisted my ankle having a 45-pound rucksack on my back, and I've been limping for a good 3-4 weeks. There's no way you get shot and then still be dancing around, and then there's no scar or nothing. Because I'm like, and I feel like this just made me realize a lot of American women grimy.
Yep.
And women like you that can see through the BS, they try to attack y'all
You
because
know
y'all
what?
not go along to get along.
Black race, don't even worry about that. I am very immune to these attacks because they wanted me to do a post saying, Meg, I fucked up. I am so sorry. You got shot. He's guilty. You live your life, hottie. Yes, bitch. That ain't me. She won't get that from me because
And,
she lied way too many times. Can you
and
believe a man got convicted? I mean, not convicted because he hasn't been charged. He's got charged. He's going to be charged with 3 different felonies with no DNA and 4 different witness testimonies that are proven that Kelsey flashed something first. Because, they call these gunshots a flash. So we'll just say flash like the statements did, right? So
mm-hmm.
how does a woman, if the flash came from the woman first, why isn't she also on trial? Why isn't she also locked up? I'm sure she's at
Immunity.
home laughing right now, guys.
And when
Laughing.
men, and for men, when we pull out a weapon or something, because I've shot firearm before, 9 times out of 10 we going for center mass. We ain't going for no leg shot. And how short Tory Lanez is, he would at least hit her in her thigh or something like that if he shot her. So I'm like, most of the time we going for center mass.
That's what I'm saying. So that kind of injury to her foot, to me it sounds like someone that doesn't know how to use a gun, and I'm sticking with that. It
Or they've been
sounds
fighting over the gun.
correct. It sounds like they would have fought over that gun, and that ended up happening. Again, we know what the testimony shows. We know what the witnesses said. We know that the DNA was inconclusive. It wasn't his. So again, how much proof do they need? But with all that being said, imagine this. Imagine still getting found guilty. Imagine still being told that you're going to get 3 felonies for something that they couldn't even prove. That's scary. And y'all wonder why his dad was screaming and hollering like that. His dad is hurt because
Then,
he thought in his mind, there's no way my son's going to be guilty of assault. Maybe guilty of having the gun. Yeah, that's accountability, but not assault.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
My
Hold on. Joshua, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I just wanted to agree with I think that's Black Rage. I was in the military too, and I also sprained my foot on a ruck, and I was limping for about 2 weeks. I have a cousin who's a big Megan Thee Stallion supporter. She doesn't care at all. Meg can do no wrong. She broke her foot and was out for about 3 months. So I'm like, you've had foot injuries. Imagine getting shot. You're not walking around a week later like everything's okay. I just think that this incident is going to cause a greater divide between black men and black women.
Yeah, for me personally, once I get my issues straight, my money right, and my fitness on point, I've already got my passport. I'm going. If I got to find a wife or something, I'm looking to Africa somewhere.
Yeah,
Because
same here, man. Same here.
I'm still working on my depression and other issues and stuff. I'm looking at gyms now. I'm about to get out the army, so when I get them settled, get me a job, go to school, I should be straight. Then after that, if I want a wife, I'm going to Africa somewhere, or at least back where my mom's from, because my mom's from Panama. So, and I got family in Costa Rica too. So,
Crazy. Women don't want to hear that. See, I saw a trend on TikTok saying y'all talking about passport, but you ain't got money for the ticket. So they're jealous. They're mad. They know a lot of people are tired.
they don't realize the passports cost like $130. That's part of a ticket right there.
They saying that y'all ain't got a ticket to go to Africa and all these places. But let me tell y'all this. Let
That's
me tell y'all
funny.
this. So I'm gonna go deeper with this. So a lot of people know that I've spoken about my mother. I was young when my mother passed away.
Yes.
I didn't tell people the full story. See, I know a lot about bullets and what guns can do. I know all about it. I know all about it because in 1999, what led to my mom passing I would say 2 years later, she was shot in the neck. She went to visit a friend. Her friend's boyfriend was a drug dealer. Okay. And he was giving people bad shit. So, you know, when you give people bad shit, they come back and say, give me my money back. And they say, no, got you. All right, cool, fam. We all know what that means, right?
Yep.
My mom is talking to her friend. Yeah, girl. The guy comes back and he gets the shooting. He first shot that guy in the head. As soon as he dropped, the next shot was my mother. It went through her neck and came out of her shoulder. Missed all her vital organs, but the minute that bullet went in her neck, she was paralyzed from the neck down. She fell to the ground, and she can hear everybody else getting executed. So I want y'all to listen to this shit, because it bothers me that we sit here and say, oh, she's a victim. She's a lying ass individual. You don't get far in life when you lie. You don't. The truth is bound to come out one day. And it could be accident. She could be laughing. Her friend Kelsey could say, you know what? Honestly, I was the first one to shoot. And he just tried to take the gun from me. And that's why I went off a few more times. The truth will come out. But black men have to suffer before that happens. But let me go back to the story. So as my mom's laying there on the ground, she laid there for about 8 hours in the cold because everybody was scared to call 911. My mother stayed laying on that cold ground, getting eaten up by ants and bugs. And she's hearing people walking back and forth while she's laying on a cold motherfucking ground, paralyzed from the neck down. And then someone decides to call 911. And as soon as she gets to the hospital, she flatlined the first time, flatline. They had to put tubes in her throat. My mother was a victim of gun violence. And the guy who did it was black. A black man. But not only did he shoot my mother, he murdered others who didn't get to see their kids anymore that day. That was it for them. Everyone else died but my mother. She survived. But let me tell y'all the real part about it. Even when she was drugged up, because when they were able to revive her, she couldn't speak right away, but she could nod and blink. You know, she didn't realize she was paralyzed from the neck down because she's moving her head. You know, no one knows what that feels like. But even when the detectives were in there saying, this is who we're hearing did the shooting, blink if it's true, her story didn't change even when she was drugged up. Then months and months and months later, when she was able to speak again, you know, we had to do the trachea where we stick a tube down her throat to get some of that phlegm out. We did that. I was a child doing this, y'all. 99, I was still a kid. I was a kid. And I had to see my mother in the hospital tubed up. And when she was able to speak, she told her story. That story did not change. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And it was because of my mother, the only surviving victim who testified against the black man. It was her testimony that helped the lives of the surviving victims of the other ones whose parents were murdered. It was her testimony that helped them get healing, right? But my mom told the judge, I don't want him to get the death penalty because that was on the table. They wanted him to die. The family of the victims, they wanted him dead. My mom said, I want him to get life so he can get his life right. That's coming from a black woman who's sitting there in a wheelchair and can't move nothing from the neck down. She still told the judge, I want him to get life. And that's what he got. He got life. And when she testified in the courtroom and told her side, guess what? It was the same story she told us in the hospital. St. Joseph Hospital. That story matched what she said in court. Well, why, Daphne? Because the truth never changes. You don't add and subtract. It stays the same. Her story did not change. We were mouthing the words with her because we knew it. We were kids and we knew what she was going to say. We knew. And when she told us what happened and we had to tell detectives, they had to come to our house. What did your mother say to you guys? All of our stories matched and we were kids. So again, when you tell the truth, it never changes. Meg Thee Stallion, her story changed too much. I know all about gunshot victims. My mother was one, but she actually got shot. It went through her neck and out of her shoulder. You could actually see where the bullet went in and where it came out. It missed all her vital organs, but it did paralyze her. So again, I know all about that shit. So I'm not sitting here saying that Megan's a liar based off of nothing. I saw what a gun can fucking do when you shoot. He shot her once. He didn't shoot at her twice. He shot the man in the head and instantly shot my mother next because she stood up in shock. Bam! She fell right to the ground. It was one shot that did that. And you're telling me 5 shots only did that to the side of her foot? I don't want to hear that shit. I know what a gun can fucking do. If you're aiming to shoot someone, you mean to tell me out of 5 shots it hit the side of their foot?
And I would like to add into that part too. When people saying she got shot in the foot, and it depending on what caliber of round
and I know
it is
for
too.
a lot of people, that's something they don't want to hear. But there's my story. My mother was shot. She passed away because people that are quadriplegic and they're female, they don't live past 5 years. My mom only lived 2.
My condolences.
She wasn't like Christopher Reeves. So again, I want you guys to understand that I know all about when you aim to shoot, you're going to hit your shot. And this was a 17-year-old boy that did this. So you mean to tell me a 17-year-old boy who shot my mom from a little distance, they weren't like right next to each other. She was some feet away and he hit. And you're telling me Tory Lanez shot at Meg Thee Stallion 5 times and it only hit the side of her foot. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. Go ahead, man. You were going to speak? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, my condolences, first of all, again. I know it. The thing is, too, I like to add in, depending on the caliber of round, too. Like, if it's a real small round, they tend to travel, too. Like, if she had got shot in the foot, the jump might came out of her thigh, too. Bouncing around, hitting everything inside, too. A lot of people be thinking it's like the movies, too. And thing is,
that's what it is. It's movies. Go ahead.
Thing is, like, if she got shot, like, ain't no way all her tour dates would have canceled, because I think WAP came soon after that, and she was performing it live, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me tell you this. When my mom got shot, she wasn't performing nothing.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say to you guys is this 17-year-old boy, he had fantastic aim. Because once he shot that guy in the middle of his head, his temple, when he shot him, he died right when he fell. That my mom said the swift move of his hand was so quick. Bam, bam. That's how quick it was. And his aim, my mom stood up and his aim hit her right in the side of her neck. And it had to have been a 9 because it went through the side and came out of her shoulder and it missed as it was traveling. That's the scary part, y'all. She didn't even know she was paralyzed. She didn't feel no pain, but she could hear pow, 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 pow. That's everybody else getting shot in the head, shooting a woman in the head and stuffing her in the closet. He did that. And then what if he would have went right past my mom and finished her off? She heard it all. Her eyes were open. She said, in my mind, I said, if I close my eyes, I'm gone. She kept her eyes open all those hours laying on that ground and nobody not calling 911. My mom is a soldier. The strongest person I know is my mother. And even then, she told the judge not to give this dude the hot seat. I don't think I would have been that nice. I would have said, fry him. Put some oil on him first. Vegetable oil, and fry his ass. That's what I would have said. But my mom said, no, I want him to have a chance to get his life right. Can you believe that? So you got a lot of black women that do care about black men that were damaged. He was raised by a single mother. The same woman that was in the court saying, no, not my baby. Get the fuck out of here. The same woman that had daughters who were ready to fight. I was ready to go fisticuffs with these bitches in court. Because they didn't want to accept the fact that their brother was a murdering piece of shit. What about those other people's mothers and brothers who were killed? One gunshot to the middle of their head. They didn't make it. And they still have black sisters who said, not my brother, I know he didn't do it. But guess what? His DNA was all over that motherfucking gun. See what happens with DNA? And this was back in the 90s. 1999. His DNA was everywhere. And it corroborated my mother's story. So again, Tory Lanez, no DNA. It was inconclusive, right? And this man got charged. He's getting 3 felonies. 3 felonies mean he ain't coming out anytime soon. All 4, just what they said happened. Because there's no evidence, no DNA. But what they do know is that witnesses are saying the first flash came from the woman. And yet they don't hear that part. They only hear that Tory did it. After he got out the car, we've seen more flashes. And guess what? None of those witness statements matched Megan's. How, guys? If Megan was 10 toes down. That's all I'm saying, guys. When you tell the truth, it never changes. It doesn't. Once your story starts to change, I question you. So you guys can sit here and celebrate a black man going to jail. I can't celebrate that because I think the wrong person is locked up. Now, if they said he's going to be charged, hold on. Can you guys mute? I hear all this. I hear too much. Thank you. If they would have said Tory Lanez was going to be charged with having the unregistered gun because he's not supposed to have one and firing it a couple times in the air, I would have said fair deal. He's being held accountable for having a gun. He shouldn't have had it. But they're adding assault to that, you guys. They're adding assault. And Kelsey could have said the truth, and the truth could have set her free. But even though she has immunity and pled the fifth, she still didn't want trolls coming for her after telling the truth. So that's why she shut the fuck up. And then you guys wonder why black men don't want to be around black women, because these are the same women that celebrated Kevin Samuel's death. Let's not forget how dangerous these American black women are. And I didn't see Jamil Hill. I didn't see not one black powerful figure with a blue check say, why are we celebrating the death of a black man? Because you guys didn't like his opinion? I didn't see none of those. Did anybody see those? Because I didn't. I didn't see them. These women were creating groups and doing watch parties for the death of a man who did absolutely nothing to them personally. And y'all telling me these black women aren't dangerous? They're very dangerous. They are modern day Caroline Bryants. I keep telling y'all that. I keep telling y'all that every day. I didn't see none of these activists and the Me Too movement saying, why are you guys celebrating Kevin Samuel's death? What did he do to y'all? Nothing. I just didn't like his opinion. You didn't like the truth. What did he say about Brittany Rayner? And what do you see videos of her saying? Yeah, I shouldn't have gave my body to these men. Now Brittany Rayner is backtracking. She's backtracking. Being a hoe wasn't fun, huh? Now you feel bad that she was a hoe. See, Kevin Samuels called it out a long time ago. And now you got these videos of Brittany saying, I'm going to be more selective and I'm going to do better. Well, you already spreaded your pussy to 50,000 men. Good luck trying to do better. Good luck. We've been trying to tell you to do better, but you don't want to hear us. Now she's telling women, if you're in your 20s, don't do what I did. Now you want to talk because she's in her 30s. See, what did Kevin Samuel say, y'all? These women go out there and they play the whole game for 10 years, and now all of a sudden you want to settle. That's not the way life works. It isn't. Y'all over here thinking that Meg Thee Stallion is a victim, but she played her best friend. Y'all don't want to talk about the betrayal. Because in real life, if you bitches had a friend that slept with your man, they only got to sleep with one man and y'all taking off them acrylics and taking your wig off. They only got to sleep with one of your pookies, right? But Megan messed with 3 men that Kelsey was linked to. 3 strikes, you're out. That's the way it worked. So I'm over here in another state trying to heal from COVID, and you over here having sex with Tory, the guy I was fucking? You mean to tell me women wouldn't get mad over that if this is the 3rd motherfucker? Y'all gonna be heated. Women are emotional. That's why they were fighting out in the street. But ask yourself why Megan left that part out. Because she don't want y'all to see her as that aggressive 170-pound stallion. She wants you to see her as an innocent little victim. It don't work like that, Megan. It don't. Because when a black man gets shot by the cops, what's the first thing these people do in court? Well, when he was 7, he stole a pack of gum. When he was 8, he flicked the teacher. I don't see black women coming at them for doing that to black men. So yeah, we're going to talk about the history of this 304. She been with all these men. And they ain't even adding Trey Songz to the list. She was all over Trey. Y'all over here sitting here praising this woman who was messing with what y'all call a predator, right? Kiki warned us. Yeah, Kiki warned us in 2017. And here Megan Thee Stallion is in the club with Trey Songz in 2019, the same year that she was probably messing with somebody else. But y'all don't want to talk about how she was linked to these men that you guys hate. What does her sexual history have to do with it? A lot. A lot. A whole lot. So at the end of the day, I do feel like Tory is going to file an appeal, and I hope he wins. He should only be held accountable for having that gun. And if he did shoot it in the air to get the hyenas to stop fighting, then hold him accountable for that too. But you guys are laughing that he might be deported and he has a son. This is what we do? I mean, if you're laughing about and then what's crazy is somebody actually challenged me and said, because I said that we're the only race that does this. We're the only race that laughs at our own race for going to jail. Like what? And then you wonder why these Karens and Kens try us. Because they think we full of shit. Well, look, these niggers, they make fun of their own. Look at these niggers. I bet you the KKK had a watch party to watch how we down our own race. Look at these niggers. I told you, they don't care. They don't even care about their own. If anybody ever seen that movie Tales from the Crypt, it came out in 1995, where they had those 3 stories. I don't know. I might be going too deep for some of y'all, but they had like 3 stories, Tales from the Crypt. It was 3 different stories, and Clarence Thomas was telling them how each one of them died in the coffin, right? If anybody's seen that movie, there was a story at the end of the movie where the Klansman member was in jail with a black guy, and he told the black guy, "You're just like me." How? He said, "Well, you're in here for murder, right? What color were they? What color were they?" Then he was like, he had that look on his face like, fuck, I am killing my own people. That's what they do. They kill blacks, and I kill blacks. I am like them. So when you have black women celebrating black men going to jail and their black sons being fatherless, you're just like the KKK. What's the difference? You're laughing at another black man's downfall. He's going to jail. You win. Shut the fuck up and move forward, right? But instead, y'all over here laughing at his hairline. Y'all laughing at his height. Y'all telling him don't drop the soap. You hope he gets fucked by a whole bunch of men. Do you think these white people they're not laughing at us? They're laughing at us because we're the only race that do that. We're the only race. And then what's crazy is somebody actually told me, you guys were celebrating Ted Bundy dying. What the fuck does that got to do with this trial? Ted Bundy actually did that shit. DNA, blood, semen, he did that shit. Someone actually said that to me today. I would have celebrated Ted Bundy dying too. The motherfucker was murdering women and raping them. Yeah, lock his ass up. He did that shit. There was evidence that proved that he did it. This is not the same as Tory Lanez. Not even close. But that's what these bitches do. They want to go deeper. Well, what about when this person died and that person died? I don't give a fuck about them. I'm talking about Tory Lanez. It ain't the same. But that's how deep these women tried to go. Looking dumb. Maybe the wig was on too tight. Maybe the braids. And then y'all can make fun of Tory Lanez's hair all you want to. He can't help being bald like that in the middle. I bet you half of y'all bitches lift up that wig and y'all got a Tory Lanez under y'all hair. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Half of y'all have the same hairline under those wigs. And you got enough to talk about him. Show me what's under your wig before you talk about Tory Lanez's hairline. Because men balding like that, they can't help that shit. They can't help it. But clearly he was embracing it because he didn't give a fuck. But now you women are trying to drag him for his hairline. Not only is he's already found guilty, but y'all want to add to that. Put some salt on that, right? And y'all the main ones with the same hairline. Y'all ain't got the Meek Mill braids anymore. Y'all got them hairlines. But y'all, that's on y'all. Y'all did that. That's not hereditary. So at the end of the day, I would watch what you say before you make fun of somebody else's hairline at the same time. Y'all over here acting like little animals. That's why I call you hyenas. And if Tory would have been found not guilty, we would have celebrated because we are tired of our black men being locked up for shit they didn't do. You got men right now serving prison time for rape and they ain't even do it. Then they get out 30 years later, old as fuck, and then the government gives them $100,000 for 30 years. Have fun. Good luck. All because a woman said it happened. No DNA, no evidence. Just a good witness. Right? You know witnesses can be paid to talk too, right? Her bodyguard comes up missing and all of a sudden they found him. What did he know? What did he know? Y'all don't think that was weird? How the bodyguard and then the police officer that was on, remember that police officer that was involved? And then they said he was doing some dirty shit, so they had to take him off the case. I'm trying to tell y'all, this case was doomed from the beginning. And then you got a jury panel of 7 emotional hyenas, and you're telling me that none of those women, it touched their heart. That there was a woman on the stand for being a victim. You mean to tell me none of those women had any emotion? They probably cried when they got home. They probably listened to Meg Thee Stallion already. We don't know. I can't wait to see who these people were. They'll probably tell us later on. But I'm telling you, I bet you there was a lot of black women. That's what they do. That's what they did back in the day. When a black man did something to a white person, the jury was full of white people. You knew that nigga didn't have a chance. Come on, you guys. And this one has 7 women and 5 men. And you mean to tell me that those 7 women didn't say he did that shit? It's crazy. It's crazy out there, you guys. At the end of the day, men, if you want to get a passport, do that shit. Do it. Because a lot of these American women, they are out to destroy the black man. That's what they do. They want to destroy. They're quick to say that Trey Songz is a predator and abuser for all these allegations. But Donald Trump has over 60 plus sexual allegations and a pending rape case from 1995. All they need is his DNA to prove that wasn't his semen on that woman's dress. And to this day, he still has not submitted his DNA. I don't see these women and these high political figures talking about that. And let's not forget that Donald Trump ran the world with 60 plus sexual allegations. So that's to tell y'all something. That's to tell y'all something right there. The allegations don't mean shit. They don't mean shit. If he ran the world with a pending rape case and 60 plus sexual allegations, but y'all quick to call Trey Songz a predator for his 4, and 3 of them have been proven to be wrong, right? Because Kiki warned us, right? Kiki warned us, and Kiki's about to be a baby mama to a bastard child. But Kiki warned us, right? Kiki Palmer was also really close for Trey too. Pictures don't lie. She was all up in his face, kissy faces and blowing kisses. But Kiki warned us, right? Because when you piss a woman off, they'll say anything. Especially when you and that man was cool at once. I think she wanted a relationship and he just wanted to pump and dump. That's because Trey Songz is, we know he fucks around. We know he's a hoe. Trey is a hoe. Diddy's a hoe. Future's a hoe. I already said that shit. I call men hoes too, not just women. But Kiki Palmer was around Trey when he had a plethora of hoes, right? A plethora. A plethora. And she was still all over him, all in his face. And then all of a sudden, he tried to sexually intimidate her. Come on, you guys. And that's all y'all bring up every time he's in the headline. Kiki warned us. Well, Kiki was also on his nutsack too. So it's kind of hard to believe that this is solely the truth what she's saying. We know Trey Songz kept a light-skinned baddie on his arm. He might have fucked a dark-skinned woman, but he didn't stay with her long. Them light-skinned women, those were his type. We know that. We know that. And I think Kiki thought it was more to it, and he wasn't about that. So then you want to go and you want to talk about someone's character. Because all the other women he was with didn't say this happened. Sierra, Lori Harvey, Lauren London. You know Lauren London fucked him too, right? Since y'all love her so much. She fucked him too. None of these high-profile women that he fucked said that he did what Kiki's saying he did. We only heard it from Kiki. Then y'all hear about him fighting at a bowling alley. Like people can't be human. And that just means that he did that. No, it doesn't mean the same. It's not the same thing. At the end of the day, I think Kiki thought there was a relationship and Trey told her no. That's what I think. Because you're not going to be all over a man like this and then turn around and say he tried to intimidate you. It ain't adding up. There has to be a pattern. You know, sexual predators, they don't just do it one time and then go take a nap. They have a history. There's a pattern. You feel me? Just like Meg Thee Stallion's background. There's a pattern for assault, right? When someone has a background for doing something and then they do it, it's harder for them to say, I didn't do it when they have a history of it, right? So again, Kiki's the only one that said that Trey Songz sexually intimidated her. We didn't hear from no other celebrity that he fucked. And he's fucked probably about 30 people. But we only heard it from Kiki. And then since Kiki, he's been with bad women. Y'all not asking yourself why Lori Harvey's and the Meg Thee Stallions still fucked with him after her saying that he did that. Y'all more mad at him. See what I'm saying? Selective outrage. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Y'all got to start looking at the facts. Y'all got to start thinking like this ain't adding up. No one asks for immunity unless they did something wrong. That's period. And even though she got the freedom to say what she wants because she's covered, She still pled the fifth, y'all. How much more proof do y'all need? So a lot of us are going to still hope that Tory files for the appeal and that he gets a break. Because I'm just saying, guys, I don't think he had anything to do with her foot. I just think because he's a black man, it's easier to pin it on a black man. Especially a black man that assaulted another singer, right? August Alsina. So that's how they really wanted to make him look like an aggressive man that can't control himself. But they didn't bring up Meg the Stallion's assault, right? In 2016, 17. They didn't bring that up because she's the victim. Even if she has a history of assault. So you're telling me when she went back to that party, she was calm, cool, and collective? No, she was aggressive and mad. Because the man that you was fucking, they got the good dick, he's now in the hot tub about to spread that good dick to Kylie. She was jealous. She was jealous. So her telling him to get out of there, what did Kelsey say? When they came out the party, they were now both mad. He was mad because he was about to get some, and she interrupted him. But y'all over here laughing at him being short and having a bad hairline. But he's pulling some baddies, though. See, I don't see a lot of women with a bad hairline pulling bad men, like good-looking men. It ain't happening like that. Y'all got to wear 15 gallons of makeup, a good secure wig, just to get looked at. And this man out here with a moonroof fucking the baddest bitches, and y'all still mad. That's what it is. These women are mad that he was able to pull these type of women. Then he was about to fuck a billionaire at that time. You feel me? So yeah, she was mad. Yeah, that's what women do. They get mad and emotional because they remember how good that dick was, and she know if this woman get this good dick, she might not leave. But for black women to be online talking crazy like this, and some of them have black sons at home, woo, I feel bad for y'all. Because if it was their black son, they would be in shambles seeing people make fun of their son going away. That's all I'm saying, guys. A lot of us know the truth. A lot of us know that we went off of the witness testimony that he didn't do it. But you guys were saying that if he was found not guilty, that doesn't mean that he isn't guilty. That's what these women were saying prior to the announcement. If he's found not guilty, it doesn't mean he didn't do it. It just means he had a good lawyer, right? So what does it mean if he's found guilty? That means that the system did right, right? No issues, no flaws. That's how these black women are. How come we can't say that that was a miscarriage of justice, right? How come we can't have that opinion? Y'all would have had that opinion if they said not guilty. But we're saying it because the evidence and everything don't go together. That's why we're saying it. I've never seen this many holes in a story, no DNA, and someone still get found guilty. I thought it was going to be a mistrial, you guys, and it wasn't. So at the end of the day, nobody wins. Nobody wins here. All I can say is that black men, be careful with the company you keep. That's why I told you guys, don't be going out with these women you just met. Run them through a screen. Talk to them on the phone first. Let me run their background. Some of these women are really dangerous and they're traumatic. They're crazy, they're loud, they're ghetto, and they're just looking for the next victim. That's what it is. If I'm sorry for Tory for not staying in that hot tub and telling her, you go home. Take your drunk ass home. I wish he would have said that. Take your ass home. I'm straight. I get a ride. I'm Tory Lanez. But instead, she was aggressive enough to get him out of that hot tub. Sad situation here, you guys. It really is. It really is a sad situation. And then we had to wait years just to get this shit here. We had to wait years for this, right? Y'all said it was COVID the last year, COVID the next year. The difference is she kept speaking and he had to stay quiet. She kept telling us all these stories where he couldn't even say anything. And now you guys are pulling up his old tweets of him saying, I'm not going to jail and stuff like that. What does that do for y'all? You got what you wanted, right? The black man is locked up, right? He's caged, right? You got what you wanted, and yet you're still not happy because you want every black man and woman who went against Megan to say sorry. That's not going to happen because she's a liar. Victims don't lie like she lied. They tell the truth. So again, she need to be saying sorry to us for lying to us. Say sorry to Gayle King for lying on her show. Say sorry to your ex-best friend for not even mentioning the fight. Say sorry to your ex-best friend for fucking all the men she was dating. Say sorry to Ben Simmons, because he got dragged into this too, right? The baby. That's why she got mad at the baby for working with Tory, because she fucked him. It was emotional. The baby was trying to make business. He had to bring in those dollars to feed his family. And she got mad at that, because when you fuck someone and you're an emotional creature already, you think that they owe you the world. The baby was like, this is business. That was pussy. That was personal. Okay. But now I'm about to make business. You see how mad she got at the baby, right? And then they fell out because she fucked him. It made sense. And then we remember the baby put that out in the song. Oh, he's capping. She didn't fuck his ugly ass. Why would she fuck him? He's aggressive. And now, what y'all got to say about that? Y'all owe the baby an apology, right? Because the baby wasn't lying. He told the truth. Remember, all those hyenas was mad as hell. Y'all remember that? You didn't fuck Megan. You're below her. Ew. You're ugly. You're not even cute. Well, he did fuck. That was confirmed. So again, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that. And like I told you guys, she used to drive the boat, right? Tilt people's head back, pour that liquor down their throat. When's the last time you saw her do that? So clearly, when Kelsey said she was crazy drunk, acting a fucking fool, aggressive, upset, she ain't drank like that since. That says a lot. I told you guys. Look at actions. Look at patterns. She went from driving the boat to not drinking at all. See? People change when they know they fucked up. So again, at the end of the day, I'm sticking with the witness testimony that the two hyenas were fighting and there was a flash. Then when the short guy got out of the car, there were more flashes. I'm staying with that. Because those same black women that are screaming, Meg got justice, they don't even care about the other black woman who we feel did the first shot. They don't care about that because the black man was held accountable. That's what it is. That's the world we live in. And you women can talk about men all you want, saying they can't afford a ticket to go to another country because y'all mad that they're leaving. Most of these women on TikTok talking about the passport bros, they look like men themselves. You ain't got to worry about it. We don't want you here anyway. When you guys leave, you'll make room for the ones that want us. They don't want y'all. They don't want y'all. If they don't see you now, they're not going to see you when these men leave. These men want a woman that's not American because you guys are selfish, you're dangerous, and you're liars. You can cry on national TV and get all these bitches to believe you. And he did it. And he said, dance, bitch. And all I saw was, how could he? How could he do that to her? And she was motherfucking lying. Like I told you, a woman can look you in your face with lashes falling off, boogers in her nose, eyebrows slipping out, wig coming off, and tell you, I didn't do it. And she did that shit. They will be lying right to your face. I told you guys, one thing about a woman, when they're telling their story, all they have to do is add tears to it, and anyone will believe them. Anyone. It's dangerous. A woman can be with her boyfriend in an apartment, and he can say, yeah, I'm cheating on you. And she can call the cops and say, he hit me, crying on the phone. And when them cops get there, they will detain him, right? Until they get more information. They don't even care about the truth. They're just going to detain him because they see her crying, emotional. Her face is red, nose is pink. And she did that to herself. That's how dangerous this world is. I told you guys about the TikTok trend, right? Where the women are crying. And then 2 seconds later, their face is normal. I'm telling y'all, it is a dangerous game. Who the fuck would start a trend like that? Why? Why would that be necessary to cry and then stop crying? The crying is when they're hauling his ass off to jail. Then when they stop crying, it's when he's being driven away to the police station. These women are dangerous in America. I'm a black woman and I feel bad for my black men. I feel bad for you guys. It is hard out here. These black women can lie on you about anything. You can fuck her and tell her I'm not looking for a relationship, and she can turn that into sexual assault and your life is done. I had a man that emailed me a story that I'm going to post, but I'm going to give you a little snippet. She liked it rough. And because he did what she asked him to do, she's now using that against him. That's how dangerous it is. Fellas, if you with a woman and she says she likes to be tied up, tell her you ain't into all that. Don't do it. Because if you tell her that she was just, a jump off, I just wanted to hit, I don't want a relationship, she can then flip the script and say that you tried to, or you did, sexual assault her. And now she got the bruises to prove it. Guys, don't be dumb. If you're meeting a woman on day one and she tells you she likes to be tied up, don't believe that shit. It's a setup. It's a trap. They would get you to tie them up and leave those bruises on their wrists and anything. Y'all know what it does. Y'all know what that type of shit do. Just so she can turn around and say that you tried to rape her or you did rape her. It's dangerous out here. It is so dangerous. And I can see a woman doing that. That's an easy hustle right there. Get you a man that makes a lot of money and tell him you like to be tied up. Tell him to use rope. You know the rope that has that Brillo pad feel, so it'll leave marks. Guys, they playing y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all what they doing. Y'all over here happy that she likes to be tied up, not even knowing that you falling right for her trap. Don't do no dumb shit like that on day one. Come on, fellas. Y'all better than that. Because the minute you piss her off, woo, that's a dangerous woman. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say. All I'm saying is that we need to stick with the facts. And the facts is she lied and Kelsey lied even worse. Tory Lanez never even took the stands. Clearly, they didn't think he needed to because they thought he was going to win. Well, maybe he should have, right? Maybe he should have, because then we would have heard the whole story. But somebody told him not to take the stand. And I think that's the dumbest thing to do. Because if he would have went out there and said I was fucking Megan, she told me that her ex-best friend wouldn't care that if we fucked. So I fucked her. I was in a hot tub with Kylie. I was feeling Kylie's vibes. We was vibing. They left. So I'm thinking, cool, I get to be me. And then she comes back and she's more aggressive. And Kylie didn't want no drama, so she asked us all to leave. Remember, they said Kylie asked them to leave because she came back. So again, guys, we have to just look at the facts. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It is dangerous. I feel bad. Black men have it so hard. Y'all can call me a pick-me, panderer. I don't give a fuck. Black men have it so hard. We don't have women like my mother who still care about black men not being killed. My mother taught me to be like that, to be forgiving. She didn't want that man to suffer. She didn't want that man's family to suffer. She wanted them to at least be able to go and visit their brother. They know he's here, but now my mother isn't here. And the crazy thing is, my mother, when she died, that was another charge on that man. And now we still have to go to court to this day. Do you understand how traumatic that is for us? Because they're trying to appeal and the state is trying to give them death. Ain't that crazy? My mom's been gone all them years. All them years. She didn't want the man to die, but now the state wants to kill him. And we got to go to court. We got to be dragged into court. To this day, guys, we're in 2022. My mom's been gone for 20 years. And to this day, we still have to fight. They want to kill him. They want to give him the death penalty. This is Arizona we're talking about. My uncle wants him to die. I don't. If my mom could forgive him, so can I. He's a black man, right? So at the end of the day, we're still suffering to this day. That ain't gonna bring my mom back. Him dying ain't gonna bring her back. Right? At least his family gets to see him. I gotta go visit my mom at the cemetery. So again, guys, I know all about being a victim and going through things like that as a child, being exposed to that. Seeing the crime scene photos, things that you won't forget in your life. You won't forget those type of things, right? So again, black women, we have to do better. We do. Not all black men are crazy and loud and they want to shoot you and beat your ass. They're not all like that. I told you guys I went through an abusive relationship with a black man, but I didn't go around saying I hate all black men. I married a black man because I cannot judge my now husband for what my ex did. I had to heal, refresh, and restart. See what I'm saying? I think Meg Thee Stallion already had a problem. with people in general. She was a drunk. She was wild, aggressive, and ghetto. That's what it is. And you guys praise that behavior, right? She's a stallion, a horse. Ain't no nigga making her do. Guys, listen to me. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But fellas, y'all got to be careful. These women, they're scamming. That's the new scam. I like it rough. Oh, you do now. And you dumbasses go right on into her trap. Just to get set up. JT?
Hello, Miss Daphne.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
Um, I mean, I'm all over the place with this trial. I mean, once I had heard that there was no DNA on the firearm in question, I had said to myself, "Okay, Tory got this." But then, once I got off work and they saw that he was guilty of all charges, my heart fell. I felt for him. I felt for his daddy, and most importantly, I felt for the family. Because I'm thinking to myself, if he was found guilty, then that's how messed up our justice system is. And you know when you mentioned that there were excuse me, 5 men and I think 7 women on the jury. That's how I knew that the trial was doomed from the get go. The bodyguard went missing, and then once the trial was over with and said it done for the verdict, he was found all of a sudden. That cop that was taken out of the picture, yeah, it was pretty weird.
Yeah, I forgot why he was taken off. Did he do something like bad, unethical, or something like that? They had to pull him out. He was gonna be
Um,
it's for Megan, correct?
I think so, but
Crazy
I
guy.
but I don't know the exact reason why he was pulled away from the trial. But like I said, the bodyguard one was the one that threw me for a loop.
Yep, me too. And they all thought Tory did it. Tory killed him. I'm like, if he wanted him dead, he was a witness. Tory knew that they were gonna bring that bodyguard in. That was her bodyguard. Come on, you guys. She took pictures with the man. Come on, guys. So if he wanted that man to disappear, he would have disappeared way before trial began. So I knew Tory had nothing to do with that. That man ran off for a reason, and I guess we'll never know now, right? Because he has 3 felonies right now. So unless he appeals and brings him in as a witness, which I think he should do, that bodyguard knows something that we don't know, y'all. It ain't
Right.
adding up why he disappeared.
And not to take away from the trial, but like I said, even though I don't agree with the verdict, there's a huge lesson to be learned here. My brothers, please be careful who you surround yourself with. Because I just had this conversation with my dad this morning when he brought this to my attention. He told me to be careful who I surround myself with. The women I meet, all of it.
Well, your
But
dad told you some good news, man. He gave some good advice because I'm telling you, I try to tell these men what to look out for. I even tell you men, I will help you if you're unsure about a woman. Because let me tell you, I told you guys about the women who have 3 or 4 social media pages. They will tell you to be friends with the one that doesn't have that much on there. And you guys think this woman is perfect. You think she's doing a good job with life. Oh, this woman isn't no hottie. She ain't into that. Oh yeah, I'm a hot girl and yes, bitch. But the page that she does that on, you don't know about. Because once you add that page as a friend and she sees what your page is, she's not gonna block you from the pages she don't want you to see. I want y'all to understand what I'm trying to tell y'all. These women are very dangerous. And I'm not telling you all women are like this, but there's a majority that are now doing this. Because I'm hearing these stories more and more. And I think it's very disgusting for a woman to tell a man, I like it rough, only for him to tie her up and do things that could get him in trouble if she took it to the cops. They're not going to believe the story that she told him, I like it rough, please tie me up, because she's going to be crying. She's going to be telling them, I didn't ask for this. And it's all because he hit it and quit it. I'm telling you, fellas, if you're out here pumping and dumping, make sure who you're pumping is the right person. That's all I'm saying. These women are trying to do their best to fit this little thing like they're these perfect women only to bring you down. And it might sound dumb to you guys, but that's okay if it sounds dumb to you. It's happening. You got people like Cardi B's victims who have never even came out and said, I'm the victim, but we know she has victims. That's how scared these men are. Because it's not because they don't want to get her in trouble. It's because the women are going to drag them. A male victim? You couldn't fight back? Well, here's what these women were saying. Those men deserve to be drugged and violated by trannies because they trusted a stripper. I don't give a fuck if the woman was a streetwalker. I don't give a fuck if she sucked dick for $5. Those men trusted to go into a VIP room, get a little dance, jingle some balls. They did not come up there to be drugged. That's not fair to say that. It's like me saying to a rape victim, you wore the skirt. You brought yourself to the bar and had drinks. It's your fault. Then what happens to us? We are dragged, we are judged, and all that. But women can victim shame men all day. You guys are too big to be trusting a stripper. They don't know about the VIP rooms at these places. You go into the VIP room to do some shit you don't want to be seen. But these men don't go in there to be drugged. I guarantee you, these men don't go in there to be drugged or robbed or raped. You feel me? But you got women that will still support Cardi B, who admitted to her crimes and hasn't been charged yet. But if a man admits to a crime that he did in the past, I guarantee you they would charge his ass. Lickety split. Tell me how that's fair. How Cardi B is still out and we know she did those things. She even made fun of a woman who was getting her ass beat. Right? On Twitter. That's what he said when he slapped you, huh? And you women still praise her. Y'all still love her because she's a woman. Women abusers, they get away with everything, even murder. But a man, whoo, good luck. I'm trying to tell you, fellas, if you meet a woman, talk to her ass first. Do not hang out with this woman. Do not go to a house party she invites you to. I'm telling y'all, the amount of emails, I've gotten so many emails, guys, I'm overwhelmed. Stop sending them. Let me go through each one. This man gets invited to a party. Let me tell y'all the other hustle, because I'm going to write it in a book. The hustles that these women do to trap you. That's the book I'm going to come out with first. Then we'll do Shut the Hell Up. Because I've been getting too many stories, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think that they can do that. Let me tell y'all the new scam that these bitches are doing. Write it down, fellas. Write it down. And now the women are going to change their tactics. Well, good. Y'all know how y'all can go to the liquor store and y'all buy like the Seagrams. And it has that little top where you twist it off, but you can also put it back on really good. If anybody ever had like a Seagrams or like a Bud Light in the long bottles with that top that has the ridges. So the dude gets invited to a house party, right? That's a red flag for me right there. We haven't did house parties since high school. Your grown ass should not be going to house parties. You don't know who house that is. You don't know who all gonna be there. But anyways, he trusts her. They've been talking for a few weeks. Everything's good. Wrong. Okay? They in the house. And you know how when you're having a party, sometimes they do the little mood lights where it's dark and you see the little lights like a disco light going all over. Oh yeah, we having fun. Hey, you want something to drink? He's not an alcohol drinker. So she handed him a Seagram, not knowing that the top had already been removed and something was dropped into that bottle. She hands it to him. He don't think nothing of it. He don't think nothing of it. He even took a couple sips. Then the lights go on and he's looking at what he's drinking and he sees something at the bottom of the glass, of the bottle, whatever you want to call it. Shit wasn't adding up. He asking her, what's this? Oh, maybe it's a bad Seagram. No such thing. A bad Seagram would never have like something like a pill and you see the shit dissolving. It would never have that. I drink Seagrams. I'm not an alcohol drinker, but I'll drink me some Seagrams because it ain't going to get you all drunk. You feel me? That's why you should not trust these women that you just met. You don't know where you're going. But this man, he's a banker, has a good job, drives a nice car. And still he doesn't think it was her fault. How? It's her people's spot. You don't think that was all set up? So what they do is they get these coolers. They'll sit the drink in there straight down. That way you're not messing nothing up. But they'll take that cap off and put what they want and put the cap right back motherfucking on. And y'all dumbasses thinking that it's just a good drink or maybe it's a little outdated. But the minute you take a sip, it's already in you. Too late. Too late. That's the new scam. Putting that cap right back on. And if you go to a spot where it's dark, you thinking you're twisting it off for the first time. It ain't like a Sprite bottle. You know when you open up a Sprite bottle, that thing at the bottom, it goes to the bottom, that little ring, and you know somebody opened it. You know when somebody's opened up a Sprite bottle. But when you buy those glass bottles, they got that rigid top, it's easy to put that shit on. I did it. I wanted to test it out to make sure he wasn't lying. Damn, that shit was dope. I put it right back on and you couldn't even tell. crazy, guys. It's crazy what these people are doing to get you, to be drugged up or in a state of mind where they can take from you. And then you don't know what happened. Then when they ask you, where were you at? Well, I went to a house party. So you were drinking. Do you think a cop's going to believe that she tried to set him up? No, because he's a man who brought his ass to a house where there was a lot of booze, right? So we really don't know if she did it. She just handed you a random drink at the cooler, right? Yep. Did you see her go to the cooler and grab the drink and hand it to you? Yeah. So how could she have put something in there, sir? You're right. You're right. See what I'm saying? That's the shit I'm saying. But if you would have took that bottle and broke it upside of her head, then we'll be talking something different, right? Assault, right? Attempted murder, right? I'm trying to tell you guys, y'all better be careful out here. The shit is not a game. It's not a game. Exactly. I would never go to a house party. I don't even care if a famous person is going to be there. That's where all the shootings occur, especially in Chicago. Every time you hear of a house party or a get-together, they call them get-togethers now. That's a fucking house party. If you got 10, 15 people in a house, that's a house party. And if they're not all family, you mean like you got the grandmother, the mother, the dad, the uncle, the aunts. That's a gathering. A house party is, they playing Chief Keef and they got the disco lights going on. It gets dark and then the lights come on so they can see what hyena they dancing with. That's a house party. That's a house party. And these women will bring you to their boy spot where they're more familiar. They're telling their boy all about you. Yeah, he a banker. He make $90,000 a year. He got a Mercedes. He keeps money. That's what they do. They're not really trying to fuck with you. It's a scam. And y'all don't even see it because y'all be trusting these women. Stop trusting these women on day one, please. Please stop trusting these women on day one. If she says she likes it rough, tell her to go find her an Ike Turner. That ain't you. Now, I can see if you in a relationship a year, y'all been together that long and it's real. Y'all moved in together and she said, yeah, baby, I like it rough. That's different. But if a woman's telling you, please tie me up, I got the rope. Come on, fellas. Come on, fellas. Is it that y'all need it that bad? I'm telling you. The next minute you on trial for rape. I'm telling you. A lot of women don't like to be played with. They consider you hitting it and quitting it as playing games. Especially if you got good dick and you tell them, that's all I wanted from you. Have a good day. They will destroy you for that. They will. It might not sound real to you, but it's really happening. Women they call that rejection because you hit it and now you don't want it anymore. And now they're attached. If you fuck a woman and you give her some of the best dick she ever had, good luck. She will become attached. So when you tell her that's all she's getting, because you only saw her as a pump and you've been real with her, good luck. Good luck. You know how many sexual assault cases are pending right now of men that just had consensual sex with her, but she had bruises? And let me tell you the little sneaky part that these bitches are doing. You know, when you claim sexual assault or rape, they do what's called a rape kit. Okay? When they have a woman open her legs up, it's just like getting a pap smear. They're taking tissues. They're looking at the state of your vagina. Okay? I'm trying to put you on game. So if a woman had rough sex with a man that was slightly bigger than what she's used to, he might tear her a little bit. There might be blood. So imagine her telling them, he did this to me. And that's what they're looking at. Do you honestly think they're not going to believe her story? Good luck to you, fella. Good luck. That's all they need to see. Yep, she had vaginal bruising and tearing and she was bleeding. And the blood didn't come from a cycle. It came from the tearing of her vagina. I'm telling you, that's how deep they go with this shit. And in reality, she just liked it rough. And that's what happened. That's what happens. It happens all the time. If a woman gets with a man that's bigger than what she's ever had, there might be some tearing. That's what happens. But to a rape kit, that's rape. Y'all see what I'm saying to y'all tonight? I'm trying to help y'all, but y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. All I'm trying to tell you guys is that you got to be careful. These women are dangerous. They can cry and win every time. And I'm hearing in the state of California, they love to prosecute men. It's like Arizona, they love to prosecute men. Texas, ooh-wee, they love to fry y'all asses out there. You got to be careful where you're at. I'm not telling y'all not to date, not to have fun. Just be vigilant. Look at what you're doing. I told you guys, their Facebook, their Twitter, all that is their resume. Are they even worth your time? And if you think she's playing games, her Facebook looks too clean, I'll find the other Facebook. They probably got 10. The average woman has about 5 Facebooks. I have 4. And they're all my real name, but I have 4. Y'all know I get reported every night. And I didn't know that they would disable all the pages until I tried to get in and post and it wouldn't let me post. A lot of these women have a bunch of pages and they're not under their real names. It could be Wet Jones. It could be Big Lip Betsy. It could be anything. You don't know. But you better be vigilant. That's all I can say. Because I'm telling you, black men, y'all used to have to worry about white men. No, you got to worry about black women. And that's sad to say that. And not only would they laugh at you when you go to jail, they'll also laugh at you if you die. They'll also laugh at you if your kids are left fatherless. They even wish that on you. Because I know a lot of people have been sending me that girl's page. I forgot her name. There's a black woman that's on all these social media outlets talking about black men because she was sexually assaulted by her dad, her adoptive dad. So because of that experience, she hates all black men, but she has a son by a white man who left her a baby mama. Ain't that crazy? She thought it was all black men. She invited me a Holly Berry. Holly Berry hated black men at one point. All y'all do is cheat and beat women. Oh, I hate you guys. But both of the Brads that she fucked with, they left her a baby mama. So then Holly had to understand that she's the fucking problem. At what point do women acknowledge that they're the problem? I know you might go through some traumatic experiences as a child, but that doesn't mean judge all men in your adulthood, especially when you got a half-black son. That's stupid as fuck. Because you wouldn't want a woman talking about your son like that. That's how dangerous these black women are. But not only that, they don't get reported. They don't get shut down, but I do. Because they're talking about black men. And I'm talking about black women. Y'all see the difference? She's telling black men, you guys wouldn't get shot by the cops if you weren't doing wrong. That's the kind of shit I read on her Twitter. You guys don't like the cops because you guys are criminals yourself and this is the kind of stuff she was saying. That's hate speech, right? I couldn't even say that and get away with it, but she did. Y'all see what social media is trying to teach y'all? Talk about black men, talk about them being locked up. That's okay. And that black woman is on there every day talking shit and nobody has shut her down yet. Chaos Rain said, what about the mod one approach? What you talking about? And then, hold on. Cheryl said, also, fellas, take the condom with you after sex. Yes. Cheryl putting y'all on game. Guys, I'm going to tell you the hustles. I think this is the most important thing for you men to know these hustles. Remember when they used to say, don't have sex with people you work with? Do y'all know why they say that? Oh, because they don't want you to get fired. No, because if you fuck a woman, okay, that you work with, and then you end up, you fucked her, that's all you wanted was the booty, right? But then a new person starts at the job and she looks better than the woman you were fucking. And she sees you talking to that woman in the break room. Guess what happens? Guess what happens? You lose your job because she went to HR before you did. They saw you talking to the new girl. They remember when you were talking to the old girl. So now you look like a hoe and now you look like a womanizer, right? Let me tell y'all this. One thing about women, and I'm not going to say black women, because a lot of white women do this too. When it comes to filing a complaint, they determine it off of the state of mind, her appearance, how she's saying it. That's what they look at. If a woman comes into a station crying, it tugs at their heartstrings a lot faster. Most men are not going to say, I didn't do it. I swear I did. Because men don't cry that easy, right? They don't. They'll just say, I didn't do it. I did not do it. She's lying. And then you got this woman over here. Yes, you did. They would get on the ground and cause a tantrum to win that case. And it's over for the man. Women are so powerful, not just their tongue, but their eyes. They can cry and tell somebody something happened and get you on their team. And it never happened. Just like in Chicago, that teacher who lost his job because that student told her parents that the teacher fondled her, turned the lights off in the room and fondled her. And this happened this year. And I'm actually in the works trying to get a story with this man because he cried on TV. He said to go back to the job and be called a rapist by these kids who shouldn't even know that type of they shouldn't know those words at that age. But the young girl, her description of what happened was so vivid. He turned off the lights and he started fondling my breasts. I knew it was wrong. And I was so scared to fight him because I thought he would hurt me or even kill me. Because I'm a woman and he's a man. Oh, she tugged at their heartstrings, guys. That teacher was suspended without pay. Not with pay, but without. And his fiance didn't go anywhere because she did not believe that student. Now, mind you, we're supposed to believe kids, right? Right? We're supposed to believe anything they say. These new generation of kids are dangerous because they get it from their parents. This little girl had the cops and everybody believing that this teacher sexually assaulted her. This teacher who's had years on the job and never even got a hiccup from a student saying that he did something, right? But this is how the student got caught lying. See, CPS schools, you can't just shut off the lights. Ha ha! You can't do that. They have it set like that where you just can't shut off the lights and make it dark. Doesn't happen. She told the cops it was pitch black. So they had to test it out to see if that was true. And guess who was lying? The girl. She doesn't get a criminal record. She doesn't get kicked out of the school. She's just a young girl with an imagination, right? That's dangerous at her age because when she gets older, it might be worse. If that was my child lying like that, I'd be in jail because I would whoop the skin off of her. Do you understand how many people get killed for lying like that? She had these cops believing her. Teachers were calling him a rapist. He couldn't even go back to his job. Even after they found that she lied, he even tried to go back, but the kids were calling him a rapist. And his fiance is now his wife. She married him because she knew that her fiance would never do something like that to a kid. So I'm telling you, these kids learn from these celebrities. They learn from the Amber Heards, Jada Pinkett's, Meg Thee Stallions, Kelsey Harris. They learn from that. Oh, my teacher's gonna fail me? Okay, mommy, he touched my nipples. These kids know how to speak, man. It's on TikTok. TikTok teaches them how to cry, teaches them how to lie. These kids are dangerous too because they come from dangerous parents. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to put y'all on game. Please be careful. Please be careful because I'm tired of getting these type of stories. And that story with the teacher that happened here in Chicago, you can Google it. His life, he said it would never be the same. He loved to teach, and now he can't do it anymore because she took that away from him. Once you're accused of something, even when it comes out that person lied and you are innocent, you'll never be the same. Johnny Depp, you got Amber Heard saying, yeah, I settled it now because I have to move on. Bitch, you lied. You lied on Johnny Depp for like 7 years. Had all his friends looking at him like a violent predator, right? And Amber was the predator. Do you think Johnny Depp can get that 7 years back? Hell to the no. That's how dangerous these women are. We saw Amber Heard's ugly ass on the stand. And he did that and did that, right? She was crying and had those jurors believing her until the witnesses. Yep, we witnessed her taking a shit in his pool. She took a shit in his bed. Put her hands on him. We saw this. Now that crying stuff, you're like, hold on. She was just crying. It's easy to cry when you're a woman because you know it'll tug at those women heartstrings that's in the jury box. They'll feel that. They will feel that. And if a man cries, they'll say it's fake. Oh, those are forced tears. He ain't crying. I'm just trying to tell you guys, y'all really got to be on game. Y'all really have to be on game. I will be coming out with something to put you guys on game because I'm learning a lot of the game from the people who are sending me it that got played. Y'all got to stop trusting people right off the bat. You have to stop doing that. Really get a chance to analyze people. The dating pool, it is not the same. It's very hard. But if you guys take your time and actually talk to these motherfuckers first, you'll catch it early, right? I care about my black men because I'm tired of you guys suffering. I'm tired of you guys suffering. All it takes is a woman to say you did it and you did that shit in society's eyes. And you will never be free. That's why a lot of men kill themselves because there's no point in living when you're always going to be labeled a rapist. These women that are so bitter, making up these stories. And they sound so good because they be watching Tyler Perry. A lot of these women get their lives from TV, believe it or not. They will watch a TV show and say, damn, how come I didn't think about that? Let me see what I can do with this. Right? They can't wait for a black man to go down. They can't. They love it. A lot of these women, they play with themselves when they hear a black man got locked up. I told you guys about that woman that's on TikTok talking about black men. She also was showing like her iPad. What black man got arrested today? Look, here's a black man getting arrested. That's how deep she went with that. Then she said more black men kill black women on a daily. But she had no stats to prove that. Do women get killed every day? Yeah, just like men do. And most of the killing comes from somebody that they know. It didn't say it was a black man. It just said that the majority of the killings are someone that they knew, were close with, a relationship. That happens. That's domestic. I understand that a lot of women suffered trauma from the hands of a black man. But that doesn't mean grow up hating black men. They're not all like that. But the minute you start doing that, you're the KKK. You might as well join the KKK. Go be with them. Put that white thing over your face. Go be with them. That's all I'm saying. To these women who absolutely hate black men, go join the KKK. That'll save us a lot of time because you're just like them. But don't forget your black son. They hate your black son. Don't forget that, you dumbasses. Y'all so fucking dumb. How you got black kids and you're saying you hate black men and you got a black son? Makes no sense. Because y'all love saying your mama's black. Well, your son is black, dumbass. Loosen the wig. People die every day. That is very true. It is very true. Men die at high rates too. And sometimes it is our own killing our own. But when you live in an area where there's no parks, there's no gym, nothing but liquor stores and smoke shops, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Go to church? Because the neighborhood I live in is a white neighborhood. The close liquor store is like 7 miles away. But when I lived in the hood, you can walk to the closest liquor store. Y'all wondering why blacks kill blacks? Look at where they put them. Look where they put them. Look at the playgrounds in black areas. Look at the amount of abandoned houses in black areas and ask yourself why they kill each other. There's nothing there. They ain't got nothing. But in these white neighborhoods, you got libraries, you got church, community centers, job centers. You got everything in a white neighborhood. But in the black neighborhood, you got 50 liquor stores. Pookie selling nickel bags. 10 abandoned houses. And you're wondering why there's a lot of crime. So we can go deep if you want to go deep, women. Because y'all keep saying that as black men and that they do it on purpose. That's all they're exposed to. Violence, drugs, liquor. Because that's where they grew up. You think they can just wake up and say, let me go live in the rich part of town? No, you're already judged. Black men are judged when they come out the womb. Black women, we're not, but black men are. They're judged the minute they slide out of that pussy. They are judged. Let's see what age he's going to commit his first crime. Let's see what his track record is going to look like. They're judged on day one. So to be judged by society and by black women, then you wonder why they get a passport? Shit. Men, get your passports and get the fuck out of here. Get you a woman that's going to cook, clean, love you, support you, and never down you. Never laugh at you when you're going through a tough time. Call you weak. Call you a bitch. You need somebody better. There are some American black women out here. They just don't, they're scared to speak up because they know how other black women are. See, when you hold black women accountable, they want you dead. Case in point, me. They want me dead too. They wanted me dead when Kevin Samuels died. And I'm not even that bad. But you got this one guy on TikTok telling women to be gold diggers. Use these men. And this man got a criminal record a mile long. But he's good looking and light-skinned. How these women be saying it. So like I said, guys, women will believe anything another woman says with the right amount of tears. We saw Meg Thee Stallion barely shed a tear on Gayle King. She was more like just talking like she was crying, but there were no tears. I knew she was lying. Just like when she had R. Kelly on there, I did not do this. I knew R. Kelly was lying too. We saw the tape. We saw the tape. He wasn't lying about that. But we're not going to sit up here and act like R. Kelly wasn't molested by his own family. That boy was toe up as a kid. He had a problem as a kid. And one thing about women, they love calling their sons, that's my king, the love of my life. That's some nasty shit there. And I'm going to make that post today. Women, you guys are the main ones that do this. Stop treating your child like your man, like your husband. He's not your bestie. He's not your friend. That's your fucking child. That's why that boy grows up and he's all over the place, acting a fool because of how you raised him. And some of those boys grow up depressed and become offenders and all that because their mom took away their childhood because she made him her man, right? Women will never take accountability for that, for fucking up his life, right? That's my man. That's my best friend. That's my king. Your son is your king? What the fuck? That's some nasty shit there. Because I'm sure if a dad said, this is the love of my life, my queen, my baby, y'all would say, pedo vibes, right? Pedo vibes, right? But women are known for that. They're known for making their sons their man. That's what they do. He does everything a man would do. But they don't want to talk about that. That might be too deep for them too, right? It's sad. It's sad the amount of women who just don't give a fuck no more. So again, fellas, you're going to hear women talk about you guys. Y'all can't even afford a ticket. That's them right there labeling you guys. Sound just like the KKK, don't they? A lot of these black women belong to the KKK. And I wish they would just go over there. Because there's a lot of great black women out there that would love black men. And if you're one of those black women out there, or women in general that love men and don't judge men, don't talk about them, you just want to love them and you understand that they come with flaws. Because I'm saying Meg Thee Stallion has a whole record for aggression, assault, and you guys still look at her as an innocent little hottie. No. When you put your hands on a man and you have a history of it, then we're just not going to believe you were so calm, cool, and collective. Sorry. You're lying. You're aggressive. But we only believe the past. We only bring the past up when it's a black man on trial. Well, Tory Lanez hit August Alsina. He had this problem. He had that. His song said that. He did this on the basketball court. That's what black women do. But we can't do it for other black women, right? It's sad, guys. All I'm telling you, men, please keep your eyes open. Know that women are out here trying to bring you down because they love it. They know it gets them off. It makes them feel good, appreciate it. To see another man get castrated, right? Wishing a man get butt fucked in prison. Like, damn, really? That's how y'all feel? It's that bad for you guys? We saw Amber Heard drag Johnny Depp for 7 years, and she didn't even go to jail. Can someone make that make sense? Can someone make that make sense? The suffering that man did. And guess what? Women still believe her. They still think Johnny Depp is a predator because she said that shit. And for 7 years, everybody believed it. I'm telling you, men have it hard. They have it hard. They do. Fellas, another thing I'll put you guys on. I told you guys this before because the story that was posted and sent to me, the man said he was coming out the gym and the woman was recording. That's what they're doing. They're now putting innocent men on film saying that you're following them. And y'all going to the same direction. That's all it is. And here's the thing. They will start recording and say you've been following them for 5 miles. So we're only watching it from the point of her pushing record. But the story in the TikTok is saying, he followed me 5 miles. Here's what happens next. That's what they're doing. They're doing that to go viral. This one, I told you about the woman who said the guy followed her all through the store. And instead of her driving to the police station, instead of her calling the police, she went home, set up her camera, did her makeup, put on a nice shirt with her breasts just hanging out, and said, he was following me all through the aisles. Everywhere I went, he was there, guys. I was so scared. And this was a white woman. I was so scared. And then I get in my car, And then he's following me, kinda. And then I tricked him and went another way. And then I lost him, guys. Please be careful in the stores. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't no different than that celebrity Egypt Sherrod, who said that guy could be the sex trafficker, right? And the cop said, nah, it ain't happening. Y'all don't want the truth because the lie sounds so good. So you mean to tell me the man was following you and you didn't call the cops? Every store has security because when you steal, they right there. We all been there, right? And instead of you getting him in trouble, you went home, got dolled up, had your titties out to say he followed you. I'm telling you, these women are dangerous. They would say you're following them, and you don't even know they exist. You don't even know that you're on film. See, this guy was paying attention, but some guys, y'all could be looking at your phone. And she's like, look, everybody, this is the guy that's following me. And now your life is out there. I know that man. I work with him. Now your job is suspending you until it's investigated that you weren't following her, until they get enough evidence that you were not harassing her, because they're only going off of her side. Even though the video shows you looking down the whole time. Get real. Well, he was looking down because he knew I was recording him, telling him to leave me alone. But she never says leave me alone at the point of recording. Ain't that crazy, guys? These women are dangerous. They're dangerous. They've been doing this since Emmett Till. They lie. They cry. He bent me over and tried to have sex with me. She knew her son didn't do that. But guess who didn't believe him? I'm trying to tell you guys, y'all got to be careful. These women, they are really, really swift with these things that they're doing. Cry and then not cry to see if you can do it. Why are we doing that? What are we teaching kids? Do y'all know kids are on these apps too? Even the ones that shouldn't be on them, they're on them. And they know all about your lies. That's all you're doing is you're teaching the next generation to lie. That's all you're doing. You said what happened with Egypt? Fact checkers. If you go to Egypt's page, it now says that she's been fact checked to be lying about what she said. So Egypt says she was going to sue me and sue a bunch of other people. So somebody else actually investigated her claim, and they spoke to different detectives, and they said she did call 911, but she did not leave her real name, and she did not stick around to file a police report. In order for them to have a record of this, you would need to file a police report so they can see a pattern. They also called the sex trafficking hotline, and they said that no sex traffickers are doing the zip ties, the napkins, none of that. So I went to TikTok, and there was somebody else who said that they saw a napkin under a pump. I zoomed in on the napkin. It was a fresh napkin that came from a restaurant. Stop playing games. You women are so weird to me. The woman was lying. Hey, where did this happen? Oh, I forgot what gas station I was at. Bitch, it said on the handle. How did you forget? What police department did you call? Then I get blocked for asking that because they saw what I do. See, when you block me, instead of answering my question because you're standing 10 toes down, that means you're lying. And guys, I forgot to say, she actually reached out to me and asked me to take it down. And I said, no. I stood 10 toes down. I posted it on my Instagram. I said, no, I'm not taking it down. She said, what you're doing is defamation. Defamation would mean that I'm lying on you. But if they're telling me that you didn't file a report, you didn't file a report. I said, I'm not taking it down, but I hope that next time you do your research, and happy holidays to your family. Guys, she said happy holidays right back. I posted it in my community chat. She did reach out to me. I'm not taking it down. Why would I take it down when she's lying? Her show is about to come out in less than what? 2 weeks? Married to Real Estate? This is what these women do. I told you guys the game. When they come out with a false allegation, they got music or a business they're promoting. I told you guys, when will you listen to me? She's promoting her business. This is season 2 of Married to Real Estate coming out January the 12th. So, of course, you're going to make up a lie so you can look like the hero. Oh, I love you, girl. I just subscribed to you. Oh, I can't wait for your show to come out. That's what some of the comments were saying. They didn't even care about the fact check. See, when they're fact checked, you had to push, you still want to see the video. And then it say, see why? Missing or misleading context, right? She was fact checked by 2 credible people as being a liar. And yet she want to sue us. Sue me. I'm waiting. Because as soon as you sue, I'm going to counter sue. And one thing I learned about her, she never put me on blast. She only put the guy that fact checked her on blast because I had the actual audio. Y'all see how these women are? They skipped over me. Give me some clout, Egypt. Bring them to my page so they can hear that recording. That's still up there right now, right? She only brought up the people that fact checked her on the internet. So that just told me she knew I wasn't lying. I don't just say you're lying. I come with receipts. When will y'all fucking learn? When will y'all learn? Like I said, this year alone, I've exposed 5 women for lying. 3 were for sexual assault. I saved the lives of men. That's all I care about. Because that woman that lied to you guys in February about being raped, her story did sound real. It did. It was too real. She said the man was, she remembered what he smelled like and the sweat of his body and him holding her down. And then she said, you know this is rape, right? And he says, is it? Then after he finished, he gave her back her phone. Most of your predators, they don't do that shit. They usually kill you. But they're not going to give you a phone so you can call 911. They're going to tell you to go get in the shower and take a shower, right? That's what most of them do when I watch TV and I hear these stories. Then after he left, she went on Facebook and wrote 400 words about what happened. And people were like, why not call the cops? How can you tell a victim how to be a victim? She felt like getting it out on Facebook first. Does that make sense, you guys? All I'm saying is that these women lie. They lie. Why do they do it? Because they are fucked up internally. They need that attention, that clout. The minute they're not getting that clout, they come out with a sad story. That was her second time saying some bullshit. The story that she made last year in 2021, she said she saved the life of a 3-year-old who was walking in the street. She sees him, pulls over and grabs him and says, where do you live, little boy? And he was Mexican. And she said that he took her all the way to where he lived. And she reunited him with his dad. Guys, listen to me. That was, I laughed and people believed it and it went viral. So every year she's doing something life-saving, right? And I told her, a 3-year-old who only spoke Spanish directed you all the way to where he lived? Well, why didn't you take a picture of him and the dad? Why didn't the news take on that? That'd have been a great story for the news. They eat that shit up, right? I didn't want the clout. You didn't want the clout, but you posted it on Facebook. Can someone make it make sense? Do y'all get what I'm trying to teach you guys? Y'all not getting it. That's the problem with American Black women. It's sad that this is what we do to be noticed, that we have to bring somebody else in and bring them down so we can win. Again, nobody wins in this case. Meg Thee Stallion is still a liar in my book. If she had told the truth from day one and told the same story 15 times, I would believe her. If she had told the same story 15 times and did not change anything, she would have had my vote. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. She told TikTok a different story, Instagram a different story, Gail a different story. Everybody got a different story from her. That dance bitch, I told y'all that was a fake because she didn't tell us that dance bitch in 2020. How do you leave that part out? Yes, guys, he shot me. But she never said dance bitch. That didn't come out until later. How could you forget that important part? So again, I'm standing strong on what I say. Kelsey was the shooter and Tory's taking the fall. Remember, protect Black women. Well, that's what he's doing. He's protecting a Black hooligan. That's what he's doing. Because this man was confident that he wasn't going to jail. He was too confident. Like he knew something that we didn't know. So again, I'm sticking with that. And all I can say to you men out there, not just Black men, but men in general, be careful. Be careful because as we go through another year, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I told you guys, celebrities lie for clout too. I exposed 2 celebrities this year, Tisha Campbell and Egypt Sherrod. 2 light-skinned Black women. Remember, Tisha Campbell? Get in the car. No. I said, get in the car. I said no. And then what happened? The police department said, we cannot corroborate her story. Sorry, guys. So then we were asking Tisha, what's the update? Did you find the guy with the van with no seats in the back? We didn't get no update because she lied. Well, why would she lie? Because she doesn't have a career. Tisha Campbell has nothing going on for herself. But in that moment of lying and saying that 2 Black men in a van with no seats, tried to kidnap her. She got all the clout. That was the whole point. Bring people to your page so they can see that you're now dancing. You're trying to promote your music group. I'm trying to teach you guys. Why aren't you understanding me? I knew she was full of shit. Because anytime you are filming, they have security, you dumb bitch. Even if you're doing a straight to DVD movie, they have security on the set. You're still a celebrity. Even if you're a lower level one, you're still a celebrity. Ain't nobody rolling up in no van with no seats. Come on, you guys. Nobody saw that van but Tisha. Nobody. Tisha Campbell's the same one that said that Martin Lawrence was a pervert, right? He tried to touch me and he was too freaky and I didn't like it. She was the only one that ever said that about him. Her best friend Pam still did Wild Hogs with Martin. How do your best friend still work with someone that you said tried to touch you, right? She been lying ever since. Now you lie about being kidnapped. I'm trying to teach you guys how these black women do things. They're fucking liars. But then I'm wrong for exposing these black women. Well, how do we learn? How do we grow? She lied. To this day, we still didn't get an update, right? The black woman that told us in December 31st of 2021, Trey Songz raped me. Well, we're a year in, and guess what? That case got dropped. But guess who promoted their DJ business and their music and their book? Y'all see what I'm saying? Are y'all not getting the pattern? Anytime a woman comes out with an allegation, it is to promote something. And it could be themselves because they want the money. They know if they take the celebrity to court, he's not going to want to stay and get dragged out in all these cases. He's going to settle for an undisclosed amount, right? I'm trying to teach you guys. Everybody I exposed this year had a business, or they were doing music, or they had, they needed the check. Because some of them will say that and start a GoFundMe. That woman who said that domestic violence happened and she was left, with a damaged apartment. I looked at the damages. I was in the domestic violence situation. And when he damaged my apartment, it was $9,000 worth of damage. $9,000 that was on me because it was under my credit. But I'm looking at this woman who said that he was so mad at her and abused her and tore up her apartment. Bleach on the couch, writing on the wall, a broken mirror, and bleach on the bed. All that can be replaced. That writing on the wall can be painted over. What my ex did to me, he put holes in the wall. Tried to burn shit in there. Tried to burn the couch. Snatched all the things that were, in the bathroom when you had the little thing that opens up when you put your vitamins and stuff in. Snatched that off the wall. He did damage. Shit that I had to replace. If you're damaging a couch or a bed, I could take that out and throw it out and get a new one, right? So the damages weren't adding up. So I reported her. on GoFundMe because she was asking for $15,000. They shut that shit down after 2 weeks. Another black woman lying, saying that her ex abused her and left her and the kid there to be stuck with all the damages. And that $15,000 was for the damages and for her to relocate into a new apartment and pay the rent. She lied. She was actually moving into a new apartment and didn't want the old couch or the old bed or that ugly mirror. So that's the stuff that she destroyed to make it look good. So I need you guys to start listening to me. These are the scams that they're doing. And they were like, who's the ex? So we can, call the cops on him. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm handling it. She didn't handle it because it didn't happen. But people believed her because she's a woman. They believed her. They believed that a black man abused her and did all this to the apartment. How could he put bleach on her couch? How could he break her mirror and put bleach on the bed? I was thinking all three of those things can be replaced. Something ain't adding up. Oh, you're just a pick-me-ass bitch. Sorry that I have to analyze. I will not Caroline Bryant another black man. I won't. I'm not going to let it happen. I just can't do that, guys. I care too much. It's women that do this. Because I'm sure if a man did this, TikToks and all that bullshit, the cops would be made aware of it and they would be making a report. Ladies, be careful. This is what men are doing. But now that it's women doing it, we have to just accept it. We're not on my watch. I want you guys to know that I don't care how you guys feel about my opinion on Meg Thee Stallion. But one thing I was taught as a child is the truth never changes. When I lied to my mom or if I lied to my dad, I would change it up because I forgot what I said. I didn't write it down. And my mom would say, that ain't adding up. But my mom could tell when I was lying, and she could tell when I was telling the truth. And when it came down to it, I didn't have to cry. I would just say I didn't do it, and she knew I didn't, and she was right every time. She was never wrong, not once. So again, I know how to tell when people are lying. That's why I have a master's in psychology. I know how to read people. The minute she asked Megan about the sexual relationship, she took too long. Nope. I just said, no, I'm not. No. I don't need to cry about it. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. She lied. And Gayle King is really good at trying to make them look even more like the victim. But you know, with R. Kelly, she was pushing his buttons. But they said the videos out there, I did not do that. Y'all see her. And then when she tried to talk to Lisa Leslie, so did Kobe really rape that woman? What the fuck did they have to do with Kobe being dead? You're bringing up something from 20 years ago. That's what black women do. She made it about Kobe Bryant's case from 20 years ago instead of his legacy that he left. That's what black women do. That's what they do. She said, well, when Kobe was alive, Gayle, you never asked him this. Why not? Why'd you wait for him to be dead? Lisa Leslie better than me, because I would have got up and socked the bitch. Real talk. I would have said, you are one of the most evilest, toxic, wig-wearing bitches I know. Didn't Snoop Dogg call her a bitch? Then he came back and said sorry. Don't say sorry for that. That's your opinion. She thinks all black men are thugs. Right? That's what these black women do. If you died today, if Chris Brown, God willing, if he was to die today, they would bring up what he did to Rihanna. And they'd bring up all those women who lied about being raped by Chris Brown. That's what they'd bring up. They wouldn't bring up his legacy. That's just what they do to black men. Black men, they never win. When Michael Jackson died, well, they said he was fucking at Never Never Land, fucking little boys, right? Now the victims come out. Yeah, he messed with me and me too. And that's what they do to black men. That's what they do. They wait for you to be dead or locked up to bring up what they want to bring up because it makes them sleep good at night. But don't let it be a black woman. If Meg Thee Stallion got into it with a paparazzi and she hit them, Meg Thee Stallion would still be the victim. How dare that paparazzi film her? How dare they? They wouldn't say, well, she is known to be aggressive. See, y'all see how it is? I just want the playing field to be even. That's all I'm asking for. There are black predators that are women, black aggressors that are women, and liars that are women. Why can't we accept that and say, you know what? Let's hold them accountable. That's all I'm saying, guys. I know y'all probably tired of me ranting, but this is something that needs to be said. These women are dangerous. And I would wholeheartedly tell these men, if you cannot find you a good woman out here, please go and find her elsewhere. There are foreign women that are also black. See, that's why black women be getting mad. Go get you a foreign white bitch. They're not all white. You didn't know that? You didn't know that foreign women can also be black. See, that's how you know some of these women are dumb. That wig is on too tight. That glue is seeping into their brain because they don't even know. They didn't say I'm going to go get me an Asian woman most of the time. I'm going to go get me a foreign white snow bunny. Some of them want a black woman, just want her to be in a different place, just not in America. We're everywhere. You got black women who are now living in Thailand and Asia, and they're adapting that lifestyle and how to be a better woman. They can meet them a black woman out there too. But you guys make it about race and say, well, go get you a white bitch then. That's not what they said they were going to do. They just said, bros, get your passport and go somewhere else. And y'all black women get real mad because you aggy because you know you ain't shit. Black women, a lot of you ain't shit. A man don't want a woman who looks at her son as her man. That's weird. And when you got kids, you can't have no high standards. When you got kids, it don't work like that. It don't. You better lower some of them standards. That's why you by yourself. At the end of the day, black men deserve to be loved by someone that's going to love them. And if it happens to be a white woman or a Hispanic woman or an Asian woman or a Filipino woman, then so be it, let it be. He loves her. She loves him. Because a lot of black women, y'all only love the money. You love the benefit that black man can bring you. And the minute he can't bring you that benefit, you're off to the next dick. And we call that casual dating, right? Got mad at me for calling Lori Harvey a merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel. Well, that's what she is. When you put your life out in the public, I can talk about it. If Lori Harvey would have kept all her hoe in a secret, we wouldn't know anything, right? Right? Remember when Drea said your wholeness can be deleted? It cannot be deleted. Every man Lori Harvey was with, she took a picture with him. That's her fault. That ain't our fault. And y'all want to sit here and say that they're not fucking? You can go ahead and believe that PG-13 shit. I believe the rated R shit. They are fucking. If she messed with Diddy, who's a hoe, Future, who's a hoe, a big hoe because he has kids, Trey Songz, who's a hoe, you mean to tell me that they got with her and said, I just want to pay you to sit here and look pretty because you're the baddest one on the block. Yeah, girl. No, that's not the way it works. Diddy's had finer women than Lori Harvey. He's had a plethora of bad women. Let's not play. He ain't even content with the woman he with now, that rapper girl. So again, you women keep thinking your BBL or your pussy is going to be what keeps them. No. Men get tired of eating the same food when they're single for a little while. So then they go and get them a new plate of food. You can't keep thinking that because your BBL looks more realistic, he going to stay with you. No, honey bun. That's not the way it works. Diddy already said no one's ever going to get the status that Kim got. So you should already know right then and there he ain't going to commit to you. No matter how cute your BBL is, got your vagina done up, they don't care about none of that shit. They don't. Y'all keep thinking that y'all the one. Y'all keep praising these women because they pretty, but looks don't last long. Lori Harvey got 5 years and then she'll be 30. Just like Brittany Renner talking about, I realized that I was giving my pussy to the wrong man, and no, she didn't. She knew exactly what she was doing. Don't play victim now, Brittany. Don't play victim now because you now feel bad about being a hoe. Colin Kaepernick had that woman book her own ticket to get the dick. He's the only person that I respect out of the whole thing. These other rappers were fucking her without a condom. Colin Kaepernick said, you got to get your own flight to get this dick. And that's what she did. So don't try to come out now saying that you regret it. You don't regret it because you got paid. She was even fucking Little Uzi. No standards because the money looks good. It's the money. It's the money. Don't try to double back now and say, oh yeah, I shouldn't have did it. Talking about the STDs and the yeast infections you got. Like, ladies, this is what it's about. You don't care what he got as long as the money comes in, right? Y'all got to do better. Ain't no excuse for being a hoe. Anyone that glorifies Lori Harvey's behavior is a hoe. Fellas, there's another thing you should know. If she likes Lori Harvey, she's a hoe. That's what it is. Because Lori Harvey is only 25 and she's had 9 men. That would mean that if she started fucking at 18, that would mean in 7 years, 9 men, and 2 of those men, matter of fact, 3 of those men you have relationships with. Michael B. Jordan, Future, and Memphis Dupay. So if you take away the relationship part, that would mean that 6 men over like 4 years time, 3 years time, that's a hoe. I don't care how pretty you are. It don't mean shit. You'll never look like that every year, the same. You're going to get older. You die every day. So women, if you try to think you can get off with your looks and your body, good luck. That ain't going to keep a man. All I'm saying is being a bed hopper is not good. Well, men do it, so men have a dick. We have pussy. Men can't carry a child. We do. But men do it. That's all y'all say is, but men do it. Fellas, if she says, but men does it, they do it too, she's a hoe. But men, she's a hoe. But I know this guy, she's a hoe. We shouldn't be doing shit because men do it. We have different parts than men. Do better. Being a hoe is nothing to be happy about. But if you got a girl who thinks that it is cool, drop her ass. Fuck and let her go. Because them are the women that hit 30 and say, oh man, all those men that she hit are now in relationships, are now getting married. That must mean that you really didn't have the wop that you said you had, right? So again, all I'm trying to tell you guys is that be vigilant, be careful. We know the truth about this case. All we can do is just let it play out. We know that Tory Lanez won't be home with his family around Christmas. Kelsey's with her family right now, probably laughing, eating some cookies right now, laughing her ass off. Don't drop the soap. It's really sad that that's how we think of our men. And ladies, you should be ashamed of yourself if you think that kicking a man while he's down is what you're supposed to do. It's not. I know you're happy that you're hottie one. The reason why it's no celebration is because this man he has 3 felonies for something that they couldn't even prove. That's scary. That just tells you how lopsided this system is. This man is about to get 3 felonies based off of 4 different stories from witnesses, 10 different stories from Meg Thee Stallion, and 30 different stories from Kelsey Harris. And this man was found guilty. There's no way this man should have been guilty. All we can do is just hope that the truth will come out. Sometimes men have to serve 10, 20 years before the truth comes out. She was drinking wine and it just slipped out that she shot first. It usually happens like that. But men, the men that are not locked up, just know that you have to be vigilant. Be careful who you're dating. Be careful. All I can say is that these women out here, they will do anything for attention. You guys, y'all know I just got somebody in trouble right now for lying on her baby daddy. Even though I can't post on Facebook, I can still look and I can still get sent things, right? I might not be able to comment, but I'll definitely add your man to a group chat and you two, and we'll hash it out. That's what I did. You're not going to be in these groups talking bad about these men. They didn't do anything to you. This woman really said that her son asked for a new daddy. Told Santa, I want a new daddy for Christmas. And that Santa said, I'll see what I can do. That don't even sound like it unless you went to the hood and Santa was just got through smoking a joint and don't give a fuck. Santa ain't gonna say no shit like that. And a kid won't really say no shit like that either unless the mom tells him to say it. But then it turns out she don't even got a car. She never went there. He's had the kid all week. She got him today. But you in these Facebook groups lying on him. And just like I went to his page and saw who he was and saw the pictures of him and his son having fun, videos, this looks like a good dad. Why would he want a new daddy when this man here is showing love to his son? So I did. I sure did. I added him to a group chat on Monday. On Monday, I added them to a chat, and he didn't see it until Thursday. I'm willing to wait. I'm patient. I know when I send an inbox to someone, it doesn't go straight to their inbox. It goes to their spam. So 4 days later, he saw my message, and that's when I told him what she said. I'm willing to do that for a black man because they don't need to be out here looking like bad dads when we know they're good dads. And like I told her, you might get mad at me for snitching, but just like I went to his page, when I went to her page, everything wasn't private. I got to see who the baby daddy was. How you fucking think I knew who he was? Some things I don't even got to go deep into. It's right there in my face. You're mad at me for exposing you for lying on a good man? They will lie like that in a group, you guys. And people believed her. It's not funny making fun of your baby daddy. It's not funny saying that your 5-year-old son said he wanted a new daddy for Christmas. That's fucked up. I'm telling you, fellas, they be in these groups acting a fool. And if I didn't expose them in these groups, they would still be doing it. I'm glad people are scared to post certain stuff in groups. They're scared of me. Good. Now you're posting the truth, right? Because if you're posting the truth, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So I hope they are scared of me. Because you shouldn't be lying. Stop lying. You think because Meg Thee Stallion lied, you can lie too? Well, good luck. Like I said, I'm not going to stop exposing these women that lie. I hate that I had to expose 5 black women. Let me remind you guys, all the women I exposed this year for lying on domestic violence, lying about sex traffickers, lying about being kidnapped, lying about being raped, all black women. Not one of them were white. So if y'all not going to tell me that there's a problem, then maybe I'm stupid then. All those women I exposed this year were black. From celebrities to regular women. And the worst one was the one with the mom who told the cop, my daughter lies like this a lot. So you're proud of your daughter lying about being raped? That is dangerous. Because if she lies on the wrong person, they might just kill her. Then she'll be the one on TV. My baby, she would never. Yes, she would. Yes, she would. Men have every right to react in a way where they're upset when you're lying about them raping you because they know that's a death sentence. That's a death sentence for a man. If a woman says that he did it and he did not. Now, if he did that shit, cut his dick off. I don't care. I'm talking about the ones who lie because they're mad. Women don't like to be told that they were just a pump and dump because they think they got that wop. They think because their looks are so top tier, I never get played until they get played. And then it's he raped me. So I'm saying, fellas, The 12 Hustles of a Woman. I'm definitely coming out with a little. It ain't even gonna be no book. I just want to put you on game of the hustles that have been told to me and some I've seen, just to be aware of it. Because I want you guys to be aware. Women do this, and a lot of women will get mad at me for saying it because now I'm messing up their little party. Some of these women get together in one location and talk about how they're going to bring a man down. All of us have to have the same story. I'm going to tell you guys what to say, and we're going to practice. They will practice that shit for months and then execute. Y'all think I'm fucking lying. So when you hear 10 women say it all happened, well, they all can't be lying. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can be lying. I've seen it. I've seen it. If I call 3 of my homegirls up on a group phone call and said, look, I need y'all to say at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, I went to buy hair and he slapped me. They will all say the same shit. All cops will be looking for is key elements. Hair, slap. Hair, slap. Hair, slap. They don't care about nothing else. That's how we analyze shit. The big parts. Hair, slap. That's all I remember. So it has to be true, right? Wrong. Deshaun Watson. He groped me. I said no. They all had similar stories. It's not hard. Oh, Louis D, I'll let you talk and then I'm gonna wrap up. Go ahead, Louis D.
I just wanted to tell you, good afternoon and happy holidays to you. Child, you went to church today. I was just sitting back with my fan, acting like I'm the old woman. Acting like I'm the old woman. You know how the old women be in church with the fans? There. Yeah. Excellent podcast. Excellent podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And I'm telling my cats too. You know, I got some younger cats. I said, hey, y'all got to watch how y'all move with these women. And that's all these people that celebrate, especially the hyenas. That's all they was talking about in the barber shop today. Talking about that's the child men get. I said, well, that's why y'all single.
Yeah, and you're gonna run into that a lot. Like I said, one thing I've learned about my own race of women is that we do not like accountability. We do not like to be told we're wrong, and we do not like to be presented facts that we're wrong. So not only am I going to say you're wrong, but I'm going to show you why you're wrong. They will bird box that shit all day. I don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't see it because they don't want to be wrong. They will sit there and cry and scream and yell for us to think that they're telling the truth. And one thing I learned is that most of the people that react like that, they're lying. I watch these crime shows and they'll say, yep, she died. And they're the one that did it. Oh, man. The cops will just sit there calm as day. Like this motherfucker here over here acting. They already got him on video doing it, right? He don't know that, though. So what I'm saying is that's the same for women. They would get on the stand. They would cry. And he did this to me. And if you have women in the jury stand, they will feel that. That's why when I worked for the state and I went to court cases with these men, if they had a woman judge, good fucking luck. There's nothing I can do to help you. Well, why, Daphne? Those judges are taught to not be biased. You have to be stone-faced the whole time. You cannot show any emotion. That's the same thing with the cops, detective. If they got to go and give a notice to a family member that we found your family member dead, they can't come in there and say, guess what? Guess what, Ethel? We found Daquan in the street and they can't do that. They have to be stonewalled. We're taught that. Even when I worked for the state, when I was pulling kids out, no, I don't want to go. I couldn't be like, oh, fuck, I can't do it. We had to be stonewalled. So when you see these judges show a little bit of emotion, eyes getting watery, you lost. Goodbye. And it would be the woman crying. My daughter's telling me that her daddy is just abusive and she's scared of him. And you see that judge slowly breaking down. You lost. I've never saw a woman judge stay strong-faced like Judge Judy. If you ever seen Judge Judy, she don't ever really laugh or smile or nothing. She's mean. She's mean as fuck. And the minute she catches you in a lie, the whole case is over. Her case can be wrapped up in 5 minutes. If she had Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez in her court, she would have said it was over just from her lying about fucking her. Oh, judgment for the plaintiff, dismissed. Y'all know how Judge Judy get down. You lie once and that's a wrap for you. And tell me I'm lying. So that's all I'm saying. These women will lie like that. And they will keep lying like that. And they will have tears added to it to make you believe it. It's all about getting you on their side. That's all it's about. I told you guys, It's easy to make up a lie when you're a woman because we're so believable. And then he pushed me and I fell down the stairs and I broke my ankle. When really she slipped a day before. But she'll say the man did it. And they will believe her because her ankle is broken. And she has tears. And this man is a black man that's powerful and strong. It's really hard out here for these men. I told you guys that movie Baby Boy, that just wasn't a movie. They were teaching you men what not to be around. Yvette was a toxic, insecure woman. He didn't even fuck the co-worker, but she knew her co-worker was a hoe. And he didn't even fuck her. But what ended up happening? She was blaming him, and he said, I got to get the fuck out of here. And what did Yvette do? She held him hostage. That is kidnapping. She wouldn't let him leave. Then she kept hitting him. And when she hit him that one good time, all he did was pimp slap her. All he did was pimp slap her, and her whole world was over. You hit me. Now, if she would have called 911, do you think the cops would have believed that she assaulted him 3 times before he hit her once? No, because he's this strong, powerful black man. They're scared of black men already. And now he's getting hauled off to jail, and Yvette's not crying anymore. She's smiling. That is the norm for these black men. That was a subliminal. They're trying to teach you black men what not to accept. If you got a woman like Yvette, cut her ass off early. Insecure women are dangerous women as well. Because if you're going to sit there and fuck them over, they feel like they have to get you back times 10. So listen, fellas, if you don't hear nothing I'm saying today, be vigilant. If you're not sure about a woman that you're talking to, she's feeding you all these lines. Yep, I'm a good woman, ain't got no kids. I just got tested for AIDS and I'm negative and everything's perfect. I'm just living the life. I work hard, I save money. And then you find out she has a credit score of 320. She's in debt. She don't own shit. She's living with her mama. Everything she told you is a lie. They know how to lie too. They know how to get you on their side too. So again, all I'm saying is, do I respect black women? Not all of them. I don't respect a lot of them. A lot of them have blue checks and I don't respect them. When you lie about sex trafficking and you lie about being kidnapped and you're famous, that makes no sense. Y'all think I only get these low-level women? I get high-level women too. Even women that have their own TV show on HGTV. I get them too. I called her out before the fact checkers did. I called her out way before they did, but I didn't get the credit because she didn't want them coming to my page to hear that audio. She didn't want them coming there. I posted it and it's still there. I don't retract the truth. No, I'm not doing that. So if you don't know by now what I do is not fake, I wouldn't be having her in my inbox. I told her I'm not taking it down, but happy holidays. I stand 10 toes down on the truth because that man that you recorded, that's somebody's dad, brother, uncle, son, and people could be looking for him right now. Oh, so you tried to rape a young girl? You tried to steal a girl? Okay, we're killing him. That's how it happens, you guys. That little bitty glimpse that she got of that man, I paused it. I wanted him to see it. Hopefully he does one day. I don't know. But what I'm saying, guys, is if we do not expose women that lie, there's going to be a lot of dead people in this world or incarcerated people in this world because we don't want to expose the truth. The lies sound so good. Well, not on my watch. I'm not going to keep seeing this and not speak up. If I'm speaking about myself, I don't care. I'm good with that. I'm good at being by myself on this. I'm okay with that. But what these women will not do is bring down these good men. Not on my motherfucking watch. I don't care how you feel. Call me a pick me, call me a dick sucker. I don't care. I know all those are projections because you're insecure, you're mad, and you need somebody to take it out on. Take it out on me. I'm okay. I know I'm not a pick me. I know I'm married, so I don't care. It doesn't hurt me anymore. Back in the day, it might have gotten to me. I think the worst thing that was said to me was that I was a predator. That was probably it. But I know who I am. And if you're mad at me for exposing the truth, then I'm doing something right. I'm not going to let any of these men suffer by these hooligans, these hyenas who want to go viral. Stop recording men without their knowledge. Men, if you see a woman recording, call her a bitch. Say, stop recording me, bitch, and she'll stop. When you're in the gym, if her phone is in her back pocket, go the other way. That's another thing they do. They put the phone in their back pocket with the camera facing you so they can tell people you followed her. That's what they do. They'll say you were following her the whole time. And no one's asking, why is your phone in your back pocket on record? No one asks those questions. They just believe these women. They do it at the gym too. So fellas, if you're walking and she has that phone in her back pocket, go the other way. She's probably recording you. That's what they do now. The man probably wants to use the same machine and he's going that same way. But in her eyes, he was recording. I mean, he was following you. No one's asking how that phone got in her back pocket. Like she set it up, right? They usually set it up. So again, they do all that to get a man banned and his life ruined. We're not doing that anymore. So if y'all want to keep lying on these men, I will keep exposing you one hyena at a time. Meg Thee Stallion might have got away with this today, but I'm telling you, the truth has a way of showing up. And he might have to serve some time before it happens. But the truth will come out. Kelsey's going to slip up and say what happened. But remember, she has immunity now. So even if she slipped up, we would know the truth, but they're not going to do nothing to her. Another black woman protected for lying. That's what happens when you're a black woman. So again, I will not apologize. If anything, Tory Lanez taught you guys, if a woman tells you to get out the pool, you say no. I'm straight. If a woman is angry, fellas, never be alone with an angry woman. You never know what her plan is. Some of them will call 911. They get you so mad and then call 911 so that they can record what's going on. Ma'am, are you okay? Stop touching me. And you're not even touching her. That's another hustle they do too. They'll call 911, right? You don't even know they call 911. The phone is face down. The screen is black, but they can hear everything that's going on. Get your hands off me. You're touching me. You're choking me. They're only going to hear it's happening, but they don't see it. That's what
Didn't
they do.
Mr. Let Go do that?
What?
Didn't Mr. Let Go's wife just do that recently?
Yep. That's what they do. This is a hustle because they know they might not see it, but they can hear it. And then they get an analyst to say her voice inflection. It sounds like she's terrified. Man, get the fuck out of here. That sounds like bullshit to me. But that's what these women do. Get your hands up. Y'all remember cops used to do that. They have a camera in the car and you'll see somebody in there banging their head against the side of the door so they can get a bruise and say the cop did it. And then they film and they would play it back to him and say, what happened in the car? The cop, he hit me. So what's going on in this video? They be looking so stupid, so dumb. But that's what they do. That's what they do. I will tell you the 12 hustles of a woman, and I hope that it helps somebody. Because like I said, it's getting worse, and it's going to get worse in 2023, mark my words. But this case with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, it's not over. So I'm glad they're celebrating now, but I honestly feel the truth will reveal. That's what happened. So guys, at the end of the day, Latoya said 320 credit score. Yeah, Latoya, somebody can have a 320 credit score. It starts at 3, I believe. I believe it starts at 3. Somebody can correct me. Your credit score starts at 3. Yeah, a lot of these women got a 300 credit score in the 300s. But they'll come off like they got everything going for them. A lot of women are in debt. They are. And they're looking for someone to relieve them of that debt. So if I could find me a baller, shot caller, I'm going to do that. That's how these women are thinking. And y'all got to stop believing these skits. Please stop sending me skits. I tell you guys this all the time. I don't want these restaurant videos. You have to pay for me a to-go plate. It's a skit. They don't tell you guys it's a skit because they want to go viral. Please don't send me no fake shit. It ain't real. Because no real man ain't going to take a woman out and pay extra for her to take to-go plates unless he really wants the pussy. I don't care. That ain't what I post. I like real shit. I don't like skits. So please stop posting and sending me skits. I won't entertain them. Like I said, women will do whatever it takes to go viral, even if it means putting a black man on the front line. Be careful, fellas. They are out here and they're in big groups. That's why I call them hyenas. And it's very possible for 10 hyenas to have the same story when they all cool with each other. It's so easy. The hustle is so easy. It's easy to get a cop to believe your story. Enough tears would do that, right? Some of these women would even take their long acrylic nails, scratch their face, and say you did that too. Because some of you men had them long nails for when you're cutting blunts up. Y'all need to be careful. They'll look at your nails and be like, yep, you couldn't have scratched her with those long nails, right? Come on, Turn around, put your hands behind your back. That's what they do. Knowing the female did it. A thin line between love and hate. That might have been a movie, but it was a subliminal. When she took that thing and started hitting herself in the face, hitting herself in the arm, and then had them call Martin to say that, hey, this person is in here, and it wasn't even the right person. It was to get him down so he can get arrested, right? They do that now. No different. These movies came out in the 90s, and the shit is still happening today. Ask yourself how they knew this shit was happening. Because it happens. This ain't just a movie. Y'all can see it as a movie, but I don't. So again, if I taught you guys anything, I hope I gave you guys some knowledge. And again, I don't care how people feel about my opinion. It's my opinion. You can block me and go on with your life, and I don't give a fuck. But just know that you will not get these black men in trouble for something they did not do. Just because you want to be viral and you want to be a victim. Again, something did happen to Megan. She did hurt her foot, but it was the hands of her friend, her ex-best friend. That's who did that. A woman scorned is the most dangerous woman. She was scorned. You fucked all the dick she was dicking with, and you fucked him. We got a problem now. This is 3. 3 for 3. Now it's 3 strikes you're out. I'm whooping some ass. So again, I'm sticking with that, and that's just going to be my opinion. Guys, I might do another show next week, but I hope you guys have a great holiday. And I want to say thank you to the people who have continued to support me, and to the black men who are going through a tough time. You can get out of it. You just have to find a way. There are good women out there. Stay off of the date naps. Do normal shit. Everybody's state has something going on where you can find someone. Get off there and do something you've never done. You're not going to find them on Bumble. They lie on those apps. They lie. Those pictures are all doctored up. They look nothing like that. Meet them in person at a mixer. There are so many things you can do now to meet someone. Just don't be doing on the app. You're not going to get the full experience on the app. Go to a painting sip. Go to a step show. Go to a poetry night. They're there. Good women are there. They're there. Not all women think like Megan Thee Stallion and Amber Heard and Jada Pinkett. A lot of these women have intellects like Michelle Obama. I promise you. Remember, Michelle Obama, she's a hood black woman who was married to the man running the world, Barack, and he loves his wife to this day. There are Michelles out there, y'all. They're just not at the club. They're just not out, smoking and drinking and acting a fool. You'll find them. They're at Starbucks, Barnes and Noble. They're there. I promise you those women are there. Good, strong, beautiful women who know how to play their role. They're not trying to be the man. They out there. But those hyenas, them are the ones with the big booties and the body shaped like a figure 8. Those are the ones you have to be careful with. They didn't even love themselves. Think about that. They didn't even love themselves as they were. They weren't happy with their own self. So a woman that got surgery is never going to be happy. Because when something gets out of place, they're going to be right back on the table. You don't want a woman like that that's insecure. You don't. Because if you cheat on her with a woman that got a fupa, she might actually accuse you of sexual assault. Good luck. That's what they do. That's what they do. So again, I hope that I taught you guys something today. And again, we'll just keep watching this case. January 27th, he's supposed to be charged. If he does get 22 years or 20 years, whatever it's supposed to be, he has a great chance of being deported. And those black women will be even more happier. They might even have a deport watch party like they did for Kevin Samuels when he died. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, guys. But if a black woman would make fun of a man dying, then they'd do anything. So yeah, I'm just saying, guys, they're out there. Good women. You said she has her site. Yeah, if you guys want a shirt, I did pin it. It's easy. My website is mentalhealth2011.com. All in one word. Mentalhealth2011.com. That's how simple my website is. And I'm waiting for those people to take pictures because a lot of y'all got your shirts already and I still haven't got no email saying I got it. Thank you, nothing. See how they treat you when you send free shit? I sent free shit to a lot of black women and I only got one thank you out of 7 shirts that I sent out. But it's okay. I made sure y'all got them for Christmas. I know y'all saw that expensive ass posters that I paid for, but it's okay. I ain't got to get no respect. Even when you send them free shit, they don't say thank you. That's just the norm, right? I'm over here custom making shit for y'all, but it's okay. I'm used to that. But to those black men who said thank you for your shirts, you're welcome. Thank you. I always get a thank you from the men I send shirts to. Women, I would say every 2 women out of 10 will say thank you. So that's just how it is. They sit there and say they support you. They can't even say thank you. But that's cool. I'm all right with that. If you guys celebrated, Merry Christmas to you guys too. Merry Christmas to you guys too. Like I said, I hope you guys have a good holiday, and just know that 2023 won't be any different. We're going to be holding everybody accountable in 2023. We are. No one's going to be exempt from that. If you guys see anything online coming from a man or a woman, I'll take it all. Send it to me and we'll talk about it. Men are not exempt from being held accountable. If you see a man out there acting a fucking fool, I'm going to expose him. But don't send me no dumb shit where he's already been convicted, charged. Hey, Daphne, this man raped his 3-year-old daughter. He's been in prison for 7 years. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? How does that help me? What do you want me to do? Reiterate what he did and say, hey, he's 7 years into being fucked by other men in the prison. What do you want me to do? There's nothing I can do with that. But if that man is on the run and they can't find him, then yeah, I'll talk about it. But y'all can never send me nothing that men are doing. That says a lot. So yeah, guys, Daphne and Chet, have an amazing holiday. Yeah, I hope everybody that listened to me today, we had a lot of listeners today. Thank you. Thank you to those who came on the panel. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. And like I said, I'm here to just try to help people. That's it. I know Black women think that I'm against them. I'm against the toxic individuals, men and women. I hold Black women more accountable because I'm a Black woman myself. I'm a Black woman first. I'm tired of these women saying that there's a man behind my page. I am a woman. And these women will ask me for pictures and selfies. No, my page ain't for attention like that. I know what I look like. My husband knows what I look like. And if I didn't look like nothing I came off as, he wouldn't be with me. So I don't need to validate you guys. Fuck y'all. You're not getting a selfie of me. If you want to see pictures of me, they are on my Facebook. I don't hide what I look like. I just use a picture that I've had since 2015, before the Snapchats and all that shit. That's an old pic. It's a pic that I took because I had a mask on because it was like 2 below outside. So I thought it was a cool picture to take. But I don't need to send you guys selfies of my breast and my ass to prove to you I'm a woman. Like, women are the most nastiest creatures. They ask me for selfies more than men. This year, 3 women. Well, I know it's a man running that page because there's no selfies of a woman on the page. So I have to have pictures of me to validate me being a woman. But y'all the same one that be talking about this, they, thou, LGBT, blah, blah, blah. But I can't hide who I am by not posting a lot of selfies. I don't have to post my family and my face all the time. You don't need that. It's about the word I'm trying to get out. You don't need to see what I look like. But if you really want to see what I look like because you're desperate, I did lose my first page. My first Instagram had all my selfies on it. But feel free to go to my Facebook. I have no pictures that I hide. There are selfies of me on there. They might not be from yesterday, but I'm not a selfie person. I stopped doing that in my early 20s. I didn't care. So again, when you're married and you have someone that you love, you ain't got to show the world every 5 seconds. I'm not Derek Jackson. I'm not going to do that. Me taking out the trash and bullshit like that. I don't do that. So stop asking me for pictures. If y'all really want to see them, they're there. Go find them. They just want more pictures so they can say, she says she's married, but look, her titties are out. I know what y'all doing. Right? I ain't stupid now. Come on, y'all. That's an attempt to expose you. No. SD, it ain't even an attempt to expose me because there are pictures of me on my Facebook. On my Facebook, there are a plethora of pictures of me. I used to do the bathroom selfie shit. I used to do that too. I did it too. It's on my Facebook. I just don't use my platform for a selfie show. That's not what I want. Now, if I wanted to show my body and stuff, that would get me more followers, right? That's not what I'm about though. Sorry. I post 1 to 2 selfies a year. That's what I do. Anniversary, husband's birthday, you'll see a selfie. Other than that, fuck y'all. I ain't got to validate myself to y'all, and I'm not going to. There's nothing to expose. What are you exposing? That I'm a Black woman? That I occasionally wear weaves? I sure do. I am a alopecia sufferer myself. I was diagnosed with this as a kid, though. This ain't from braids and wigs. I mean, we were natural in our house. There wasn't no wig wearing and shit like that. My dad has it. My sister has it. My brother has it. We all have it. That's something that I cannot control. So when you're working in corporate America or when you're doing a presentation of things, you have to look a certain way. You can't be a fro with a black power fist. You can't do that. You can't. So again, at the end of the day, I'm not one to judge anybody's hairline or judge anybody's balding in the middle, because I know what that is. My dad has the same hairline, and my dad had hair down his back. His alopecia is more aggressive than mine. I'm losing my eyelashes, my eyebrows. That does happen. I cannot control that. That's something that I was born with. And I don't take it away. I embrace it. So again, nothing to hide over here. Nothing to expose. I can see if I said I'm married and I'm not married, or that I got $10 million and y'all find me living in a trap house. That's something to expose. But I don't lie about my life. So again, when you tell the truth, you ain't got nothing to fear. If I was going to be exposed, don't you think that would have happened already? I've been doing this for a lot of years, y'all. Where's my YouTube video exposing me? See, when you're an open book, you ain't got shit to hide. I have nothing to hide. The only thing I probably hid is like my nieces and nephews and all, because I don't want to post my nieces and nephews. That's not none of y'all business. That's my family. You feel me? But again, I have nothing to hide. My brother's married. My younger brother's married. My two older sisters are not married. They don't got no kids. So I talk about baby mamas. My sisters are not baby mamas. My brother's not a baby daddy. So honestly, I'm sorry, guys, that my life isn't like yours. But we were raised by my dad, and he did a damn good job. So again, I'm not the oldest. I have two older sisters who are single, no kids. Great jobs. Nurse, flight attendant. Great jobs. They believed in not having no bastard kids. Two older sisters, guys. So it ain't like I talk about it and I don't live it, or I don't know anyone that's living the right way. So again, my dad did good, didn't he? Nothing to brag about. So again, at the end of the day, y'all can say what y'all want about me, try to expose me. Good luck. I'm an open book. Say I don't have my college degrees. I'll show you my transcripts. I'm one to not lie about what I say I have. I worked hard for every degree. So again, to those who are out there trying to find their purpose, it's in you. If you know you a toxic person, fix yourself before you get into any relationship. Do a cleanse. Sometimes you have to deactivate your social media so that you can bring back that positivity in your life. And fellas, please be careful who you surround yourself with. Please. Don't get stuck at a party. Don't get stuck going to a bar. Make sure you are 2 steps ahead. Okay? That's my advice to you guys. And at the end of the day, I will do the best I can to get everything out there. But I'm pulled in so many different directions. I help people for free, and that takes away from me writing books. But I be feeling like that's more important, right? I'm not a miracle worker. I am not law enforcement. So if you send me something that someone's trying to kill you and I'm in another state, what do you want me to do? Say I figured you'll say that and hang up? I'm just asking, what do y'all want me to do? Please don't call me or text me with stuff that I cannot help you with. If you're being followed, call 911. I'm not 911. I'm just a coach. I'm not a therapist. I cannot diagnose, but I can recommend. So again, please don't call me with stupid shit. And don't call me with health stuff. If you're telling me that you're bleeding out of a wound, you need to go to the hospital. I can't help you with that. Mental health, yes. Bleeding or itching down there, no. I ain't experienced that. So take your ass to the doctor. I am not that type of person. So again, please know what I do. I can help you. If you're in a relationship, I can help you. But I cannot help you for some 911. Please. Because some of y'all have no respect telling me that you itching and shit. I can't help you. I can't. So like I said, guys, at the end of the day, there are a lot of great black men out there. I just told my dad last night, I'm proud of him. He hears it all the time, but I told my dad, I am proud of him. You have 3 daughters. You have your son. He's married. Your baby, my brother's the youngest. He's married. I'm married. My 2 older sisters are not married yet, but they're not baby mamas either. You got to give my dad credit, because my oldest sister, she's stacked. I mean, the broody, the breast, she is stacked. She's like Jill Scott. If you guys seen Baggage Claim, my sister's built just like that. She was like that her whole senior year. Crazy, just blew out. I thought she was going to have 15 kids, but no. My 2 older sisters, they don't have any kids. So my dad did good. He did good with us. I would say he did perfect, because you don't meet a lot of people who were raised by one parent and all the kids are great. None of us have criminal records. 3 out of 4 of us have college degrees. My older sister didn't want to go to college, but she has a great career. So I can't knock her for that. So again, got to give black men credit. They out here raising these kids. And my dad was raising us back in the day where it would have been harder for a black man, right? He never got food stamps, never got none of that shit. And our lights were never off. I was an athlete. My brother was an athlete. He did his best and he did great. We all graduated the same high school. So again, black man did this. A black man did this. So y'all can sit there and say black men don't exist. I know they do. I know they do. Y'all just be so mad that a black man did this, right? His daughters weren't hoes. They weren't getting pregnant at 15. So again, I would say my dad did a damn good job because my two sisters older than me, they have nice shapes. They're beautiful. They just haven't found the one, but I hold them accountable too. You can't sit there and say, oh, I haven't found no one, so I'm going to move races and I'm going to date white men now. No, it's men. It might be you. I tell my sisters sometimes, y'all gotta start thinking positive too, because I'm married. I hold my sisters accountable too, you guys. It ain't just regular people. So again, I hope that I helped somebody today. I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from and know that when I talk about it, I either lived it or I know someone that's living it. Because for my brother was the first person I helped win his case. In 2009, my brother had a custody battle for his daughter. 2009. And guess who won the case? And guess who had to pay my brother child support? My brother is the first man I know that was getting child support for his daughter. Guys, I never seen that in my life until my brother won his case in 2009. She was paying him child support. That was amazing to see that. Amazing. Amazing. The checks were coming to my house. He had them come to my house. He was crazy. He'd come pick them up. He was so happy to win that against a black woman. It was incredible. But my brother did that, and I helped him do it. I got all the ammunition he needed to win the case, and he won it. And he was almost going to be done with black women until he found a black woman that changed his perspective, that all black women weren't like her. And my brother's now married. So I'm proud of him. I am. Again, sometimes it takes somebody to hurt you to find someone that's going to heal you, right? So again, guys, you can find love. You just have to fix yourself first. And you can't judge everybody based off of one bad person. Okay? If I would have done that, I wouldn't have been married to my husband because I got my ass kicked by a black man. He used to whoop my ass. He did. And I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. I hold myself accountable for talking shit. I used to get him where it hurt. I knew what to say to make him even more angry. And if I didn't say half the shit I said, he probably wouldn't have hit me as hard or hit me at all. I just knew how to hurt him. That was my defense. Did he have a right to hit me? No. He shouldn't put his hands on me. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't encourage it. I knew how to talk and break him down to his knees to make him want to kill me. I'm just thankful that he didn't kill me, right? Because nowadays you get killed. But women have to act like that, like they're not innocent. We're not innocent. We play a part in some of this. Do we deserve to get hit? No. But if you know saying these certain words are going to trigger him to where he goes psycho crazy, why say those words? Why not just leave? Why not call 911? Why not separate yourself from it? Because if I would have separated myself from half the shit that we went through, I probably wouldn't have had a bruised lip or got stabbed in my side or pushed down the stairs or choked until I became unconscious. I wouldn't have went through any of that. Some of that stuff I could have avoided. But it felt good to be able to control him with my tongue. You bitch ass motherfucker. That's why your mama don't want. That's why your dad left your mama. You just like, I knew what to say. I knew what to say, guys. And then you'll see black in his eyes. I knew I was getting my ass kicked. But if I wouldn't have said half the shit I said, he would have just been mad, but he wouldn't have been angry. Y'all get what I'm saying? Some things we have to take accountability for. And I didn't. I thought I was, on top of the world talking shit to him. Yeah, you can hit me, but I can hurt you with my words. That's not the life that we should be living. If you know that you're in a toxic relationship, get out. I don't care how good the dick is. Get out. Because no one's going to see you as a victim if you keep going back. And you want these black men to protect you. Then when they protect you and they get their throat slit, you leave with the motherfucker that did it. How is that protecting? That's the sad thing about these women. They want men to intervene in these domestic situations so they can die. No, men don't do that shit no more. If you see a woman getting her ass kicked in public, call 911, take a picture, send it. Because if you intervene, if he had enough balls to do it in public, he got something on him. And she's not gonna warn you that he got a knife in his back pocket. She's not gonna warn you that he got a gun in the middle console of the car. He ends your life right there at the gas station, and they drive off like a fairy tale. I've seen that happen too. So again, ladies, you can't keep asking these men to protect you when you keep going back to that man that you need protection from. That's not the way life works. If you're gonna stay there and accept the dick, then accept the punches, accept the choking, accept being stabbed, because you are staying on your own free will. I don't want to hear that shit that you can't get out. You could order Uber and put the notes, call 911, I'm being abused. There's so many ways to do this shit now, where he'll never know what you're doing. Come on, ladies. Y'all are very smart. Quit playing games. A woman ordered food and put in the description, call 911, he's trying to kill me. And an officer came with the food and got the man. I'm telling y'all, there's ways to get out of this shit. You just don't want to because the dick is too good. So I don't feel sorry for you. I didn't stay because the dick was good. I was very young in that relationship. I was very young. I didn't know shit. So at the end of the day, I just hope that somebody learns something from what I said today. And ladies, if you're in a relationship where he is beating you and you try to get out and he threatened to kill you, order some Uber. Or order from Uber Eats. Order from Grubhub and put in the notes, he's trying to kill me, call 911. I guarantee you they have your back. It's that simple. There's many ways you can trick and do it. They even have emails where you can send an email. Tell them what's going on. Technology is really great now. So some of this is you accepting it. Keep it 100. Women do accept it because the dick is too good. I know women that say, I take a black eye because that dick is just too incredible. I know I'm not going to find it anytime soon. Wow. So then why are you telling me? I don't give a fuck then. And a man ain't going to give a fuck. You want a man to protect you, but you can't leave that good dick. There's nothing that man's going to do. So again, I hope I helped somebody today. Again, if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve. Hope you have a good Christmas tomorrow. And again, guys, we'll have to just watch this trial while it goes and see where it goes. We'll see what he gets charged with on the 27th. And if he gets 30 years or 20 years, that's going to be really harsh, but I know he's going to appeal. And when you appeal, this is not the final. Just because he got charged with 3 felonies doesn't mean that that's final. Okay? So again, guys, I hope you guys all have a good day. I hope that you guys got something out of this. And the 12 hustles of a woman, I'm going to work on that today. That I can get out to y'all today. That I can start writing right now. It's already on my heart. And maybe I should have did it a long time ago because a lot of y'all could have been saved. But I find things out as I go. Some told me to go to my emails, and it's just too many. So if you guys are sending me emails, give me a chance to go through them. I went from like 7 emails to 579. I have way too many. And now I got to go through and fish out. And some of y'all send me bullshit. I've went through a couple of the stories that y'all told me, and the shit wasn't adding up. So if you didn't get a response from me, that's why. If it's not adding up, I'm not going to reply to you. Please don't tell me a story so you can look good. I've even had people say you can even include my Facebook link. Why? I post all my stories anonymously to protect everybody. Now you're telling me I can put your Facebook link in there? Then post it on Facebook. And then I'll take it off of there. Do that. See? That's my rebuttal to that. Don't send me your story with your Facebook link telling me I can include that in that story. Post it on Facebook, make it public, and then send me the screenshot of it public. Then I use it. But y'all won't do that because you're lying. I suspect that you're lying if you can't do that. So you're not going to play me. Y'all know what I do, right? So again, guys, I hope that everybody had a good day. I appreciate everybody that does support me because look, I know what I do to y'all is dangerous. It's really not. Don't worry about my health and safety. I'm okay. I'm perfectly okay. I have connections with law enforcement. I'm not a low-level individual. I've done a lot of great things for people. I've given out shirts to law enforcement. My mental health shirts, because they go through it too. So I'm well connected. I'm definitely not scared. So when someone sends me a threat, I can have somebody breaking it down quickly and have them arrested. So I just want to warn you guys, don't throw your life away being dumb, because I am well connected and people that respect and love me because I've helped them out. So if you think you're going to send it to me from a bogus page, they can get into your page without needing your password. They do have connections with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Understand on First 48, that's not a joke. When they go to someone's page and they get into it, they don't need your password. Just know that. So now what women are doing to make threats to me, now you don't have to have a Facebook. You could download Messenger and just have a messenger with an email. That's what they're doing now to make threats to me, because they know without that link, they don't think I can find them. Well, good luck. You're still using Facebook's service, right? So go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me. Again, I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you have a good job. You had all of that before you sent me that threat. To send me threats over another celebrity, to me, that means you need help. If they wanted you as a bodyguard, apply to do that. But again, I can say what I want as opinion. And again, Meg Thee Stallion got the justice that she wanted. Move on. Because when the truth comes out, I want you to have the same energy. That's all I'm saying. So again, guys, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Saturday. And I hope that I helped somebody today. If I didn't, then I don't care. I tried. But just know that I'm only one person and I do this all on my own. So when you send me things, I might not respond right away. But if it's a 911 on my Instagram, there's a hotline. So if you've been emailing me or reaching out to me on Instagram through my messenger and I haven't seen it, there is a place where you can text me too. So don't tell me you've done everything when you really haven't. If you text me, I see that before an email or the Instagram. Okay? So again, I respect everybody. I love everybody. Thank you for giving my flowers. Thank you. Thank you, little Izzy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Giving my flowers so I can smell them. That's how it goes, right? So again, I want to be able to do more on my platform, and I will as we, build this up more. But just know that I got y'all back, and we will keep bringing these hyenas down one at a time. Okay? And to the good Black women out there who love Black men, who love to see them make it, who know they come with flaws, I love you guys and I respect you guys. And to those Black women that are single and they're looking for a good man, email me. I have some men that I talk to right now that are healing, doing great, and they can use a beautiful woman on their side. Accountabilityqueen@AOL.com. I know there's a lot of beautiful Black women out there with they have so much going for themselves, and they would work great in a team with another Black man or a man in general. If you're a woman or a man in general, no race attached. I apologize for saying just Black. Any race at all, and you're looking for someone, but you're not damaged. If you're damaged and you're trying to heal, we'll talk about that. But if you know you're ready to get back out there again, I have some ideas for you. I have connections in 29 states. So if you're in one of the states that I'm connected to, I'll tell you what they have going on and we'll set it up for you. Let's do something different. I want everybody to be happy. No one likes to be single on the holidays with them cats. Don't tell me you do. So again, guys, let's work together. Everything I do is free. I will never charge you one penny. The only thing I charge for is my shirts. And that I gave out 7 shirts and I paid between $9 and $20 for shipping out of my pocket just to send them a shirt to get it before Christmas. So again, I do big things outside of this and I don't get nothing in return because that's not what I do it for. I genuinely love people, right? So again, guys, stay strong out there and I look forward to hearing you on my next show, okay? Happy holidays.